Salt Marsh, should you wish to go.
And if you twerk, we twerk, they twerk.
Could
We
not
all
have
twerk.
said it better. Is that Proverbs? Or like, do you want to cite?
That's
I think
Pogo
it's the
Sticks
Bible
book 2.
verse.
And he probably has his badge on still, like, you know.
It's a Chippendales sheriff dance.
Yes.
Well, you could just use the bag to badge to like cover the naughty stuff.
It's glasses, loincloth, badges foreign.
I don't know how big this badge is, but I think that's a tall order.
I feel like Tenzin should have a really big badge.
Such a big badge.
Welcome to our shit show, friends.
There's some S&M chaff, so yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm like,
all kinds,
wow. Okay. Cool.
Present
So
day.
saying assless is just redundant.
Yeah, but saying assless, you wanna emphasize the fact that you're all cheeked up on a Tuesday when you're wearing them.
I'm trying to watch our Twitch stream, but I just kept seeing this ass of really bomb looking. Did I say it wrong? Our tit stream, our
A little
Twitch
bit,
stream.
maybe.
Well, you know what? When it comes to me, this is the exception. So, like, get on my level. Second of all I keep seeing is this bomb-ass chicken sandwich ad that looks so good, and I want to eat it.
The magic lube is made in the swamp, and it's normally, like, pure and holy or whatever, but occasionally when somebody gets murdered in there, it turns evil.
Is it sticky?
It's probably sticky.
I mean, it's a little bit sticky. It came from a kid.
Jam hands, man. I'm not. Look, I want to look at the book, but I don't want to touch it until we can wipe off the most
I'm gonna
likely
press
jam.
digitize the jam and stickies off of it.
But it is gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful and moving things you've ever seen. Most people don't get to see a drow civilization.
Well, that's beautiful and fascinating, but also kind of dangerous. Anybody else want to take a look before we start doing the dynamite thing?
Can I stealth myself as well? Can I roll stealth? Just because why not?
Well, I mean, you gotta do something. You can't just, hey, I'm stealthy, right? What are you trying to do stealthily?
Just be super hot and stealthy. Like, I want everybody to see how hot and stealthy I am. It's so stealthy of me.
She keeps saying they're looking for a magic cock.
She's already got Eric. I don't know what she's looking for. Like, babe, fucking come dance with who you came with.
Dee Dee, are you hearing that correctly too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're saying cock. I want to say they mean conch, but I'm really not. I hope they mean conch, but like also they mean cock.
I mean,
that's mine too.
I mean, to each their own, sure. But I guess they're looking for a magic one?
Oh, it's definitely got to be magic. You know, why look for one if it's not... I mean, either way, if it's a cock or a conch, why look for one if it's not magic, that is...
Okay, about how we can...
Are we going to skip ahead?
I did. I skipped ahead.
Hello,
everybody. Read ahead. We are watching this bullshit in the background tonight because you're going to hear me scream "fuck" at the screen many, many times.
The states control it. That's the vote of the people.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
Ronald Reagan,
So
I
hi,
believe in
it's
the
DM.
exceptions.
There's a Nick
I
over
am a
there,
person
and
that
then down in the corner is Dan, and up in the top right
I think
is
it's important to
Blah.
believe in the exceptions.
Say hi, everybody.
Oh, everybody.
Believe in that, but I believe in
All right,
And
let's go.
there will be occasional bits of my cat.
Yes, we hope.
Some people don't
All right, Dan, what do you want to say about Prosh?
It's a big dragon that makes tokens. I don't really remember how to play it, but hopefully I'll
It's
remember
combo.
before the
Just
game
think
is
about
over.
combos.
There are combos, but I think there's like beatdowns in here too. I don't know.
There-
It's just a deck. It does the John stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's not it. There we go. Knight, what do you want to say about Kozilek?
Giant tentacled monsters that destroy things and aren't hentai.
And aren't hentai. I was just about to make a hentai comment.
Yeah, no hentai.
Nick, what do you want to say about Kazar?
It's all about trying to get to the ruinous ultimatum to kill everybody with it. No, it makes tokens, and I get to do all the fun draw stuff. So, yeah.
Cool.
Trample folks.
Where in 6 weeks
All right, and I'm playing Lorgoyfs. I'm determined to make this deck work. I've tweaked it a little bit since the last time I played. It's not great.
Did you say you're
It's not a
playing?
great deck.
Did you say you're playing Lorgoyfs?
No, Lurgoyfs. I'm playing Lurgoyfs. Yes, these are the restless. So it's a Goyf deck. And
More John, double Johns tonight.
Yeah, but it doesn't do what John stuff does. It just makes Tarmogoyfs.
Yeah,
but that's what John did back in like 2012 was make Tarmogoyfs.
Yep.
By their in-laws, by their spouses.
All right, I threw that away because I have one land, but I can't play one.
So, like, how much more Jund can you get than Tarmogoyf?
I guess. I got a 10 on my little 12 D12 roll.
I've got a 10 also.
11.
Fuck,
I got a 1.
Because this one goes to 11.
Yes.
And he opened it up, and
God.
these killers are coming into
Mexico's the most dangerous place anywhere in the world, and he opened it up to these killers who are coming here.
And it's a terrible thing.
Hey, Kevin Blaze,
I got a 12
last week.
Now back with the states.
I got a 12 if we're rolling off again.
In many cases,
Nope, I got a 10. So Knight got an 11.
In many cases,
Yeah,
you got an 11 on your first roll, didn't you?
Yep.
Which is
I
what
thought that I
everybody
heard
wanted,
that he was being
including
okay.
the founders, if they knew about this issue.
I'm
which
good to go.
frankly
So
they did.
it is you, Knight.
But they would have. Everybody wanted brought back. Ronald Reagan wanted it brought back.
Homeward Path. Pass.
Everybody wanted it brought back, and many presidents had tried to get it back. I was the one to
I'll do. I will shock in an overgrown tomb. Pay 2 life.
Every legal scholar wanted
I'll
it
tap
that
it
way.
for green and play Mana Birds.
7 states.
There you go.
Let you do that.
Burp.
This is the same topic. 7
Tap
states
up, you can
have
draw.
no legal
Fuck, I got a swamp,
on how far into a
and I will
pregnancy
pass
a
the turn.
woman can obtain
All
an
right.
abortion.
Tap up, keep draw. I'm gonna need to wear my old man glasses because I don't know what the fuck half these things do.
I support Roe v. Wade, which had 3 trimesters. First time is
Savage
between the
Lands
woman and the
tapped,
doctor.
pass turn.
Second time is between the doctor and an extreme situation.
Just trying to reset the
Third
focus
time is
here.
Between the doctor, between the woman and the state.
I have Ugin.
The idea that
Pass.
the politicians, that the founders wanted the politicians to be the ones making decisions about women's health is ridiculous. That's
I'm gonna
politicians'
play.
decision. A doctor
What am I
should
gonna
make
do?
those decisions. That's how it
Trump
should
is
be
arguing
done.
that the founders intended for the government to be making decisions about women's health care.
He can take the life of the baby in the 9th month.
Yeah,
All right,
fuck
I'm gonna,
you, you
uh,
fucking
For
fuck.
some states, Democrat run.
I'm gonna not
Take it
shock
after
in a
birth.
stomping
Again,
ground,
former governor of
and then I'll
Virginia.
tap my Mana Birds and an
down, we
overgrown
decide what to
tomb
do with
to
it.
play
So
a
he's
Sylvan
going to,
Caryatid.
as we say, rip the baby
Caryatid.
out of the womb in the 9th month and kill the baby.
Wow,
Nobody wants
that's it.
that to happen. Democrat or Republican, nobody wants it.
He's
to happen.
saying, yeah, we want to rip the baby out in the ninth month.
The Roe v.
Fucking
Wade does
Trump,
not
man.
provide for that. That's not the
I'm gonna
circumstance.
pay for
When a
this
woman's life is
dearly,
in
but I'm
danger,
gonna
she's
play
die.
a Mana
That's the only
Crypt, and I'm
circumstance
going to
which that
tap
can
it,
happen.
and I'm gonna
But
play
we are
a
not for
Talisman
late-term
of
abortions, period.
Conviction.
Under Roe v. Wade, you have late-term
Well,
abortions.
there's a
You can do
D2020.
whatever you want. Depending on the
Already?
state, you can do whatever
Okay.
you want.
Uh-huh.
We don't think that's
Because
a
Gwendolyn
good thing.
has to
We
go to
think it's a
work.
radical thing.
Oh, I
We think
see.
the Democrats are the radicals, not
Hold
the
on, let me pull up.
Republicans.
I don't even have
51
the
years, that was the law.
Twitch stream open here.
51
Hold on.
years, constitutional scholarship
Stream
said it was the right way
manager.
to go.
That way I
51
can actually
years,
see
and it
that
was
somebody
taken
popped the
away because
D2020.
this guy took very conservative
All right, here we
measures on
go.
the Supreme Court. He takes credit for taking it away.
Where the fuck
What's
is
he
it?
going to do? What's he going to do, in fact, if the MAGA Republicans...
And once again,
Oh,
just trying
Jesus.
to
I thought it was
reset
lost.
the.
I thought I lost it.
And they pass a universal ban.
Murder Hornets. Everybody gets a Death Touch Hornet.
At 6 weeks or 7 or 8 or
Sweet.
10 weeks. Something very,
Yep.
very
Like
conservative.
Murder Hornets.
Is he going to sign that bill?
Just
Murder
one?
Hornets.
Veto it. He'll
Just
sign
one.
it.
Just one.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Hold on. I got it.
Under the issue of immigration and border
It's a good thing to start with, actually.
1/1
Nico,
green
can you
hornet
start?
creature with Death
migrants
Touch.
have
Yep.
illegally crossed the southern border on your watch. Overwhelming border
All right.
states and overwhelming cities
I'm
such
sure
as
I've got
New
an
York and
insect token here
Chicago, and in
somewhere.
some cases causing real safety and security concerns. Given that, why should voters trust you to solve this crisis?
We worked very hard
Humans,
to get a bipartisan
humans.
agreement that not only changed all of that, but made sure that we are in a situation where you had no circumstance where they could come across the border with the number of border police there are now. We significantly
Murder.
increased the number of asylum officers. Significantly, by the way, the Border Patrol endorsed me endorsed my position.
Jesus.
In addition to that,
I'm just gonna use
we
this
found
black and
ourselves in a
green one.
situation where when he was president, he was taking.
All right, is it my turn?
From their mothers, putting
Yes,
them in
it is.
cages, making
All right.
sure that the families were separated. That's
I
not the
drew.
right
All
way
right.
to go. What I've done since I've
I'm gonna
changed
play
the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where the 40%
What's that?
fewer people coming across
Nothing,
the
maybe
border
it's just me.
legally. That's better than when he left office. And I'm going
Oh, yeah, there it
to
is.
move into
Viridescent Bog, and I'm going to tap 2 because I need 1 black. Well, actually, I don't need to do that. Just do that. And I'm going to play another Goyf.
Ooh, that's you got that one the last time we played.
I really don't know what he said.
No, I
at the end of that
don't think it was in the deck
sentence. I
that
don't think
time.
he knows what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the history of our country.
And of
All
course,
he had
there's
to
no
do was
J in
leave
that.
it. All he had to do was leave it. He decided to open up our border, open
In
up our
Latin,
country
Jehovah
to
begins with an
people
I.
that are from prisons.
All right, so its power equal to number of card types among cards in my graveyard, and its toughness equal to that number plus 1. So right now it is a 0 fucking 1. And I can escape it by exiling any number of other cards in my graveyard with 4 more card types among them.
From the Middle East, everywhere, all over the world, they're pouring
That's it.
in. And this guy just left it open.
All right.
He didn't need
Pastor.
legislation because I didn't have legislation. I said
Draw.
close the border. We had the safest
Lord
border
of
in
death.
history. In that final couple of months of my
Waste
presidency,
and
we had,
pass.
according to Border Patrol, who is great, and by the way, who endorsed me for president, but I won't say that, but they endorsed me for president.
He literally said, who endorsed me for president, but I won't say that.
Look, we have the safest border in history. Now we have the worst border in history.
Who said
There's
this?
never been anything like
Trump
No,
it.
just
I mean, who was
literally
he
said,
talking?
Dying all over
oh,
the
he's
place,
talking about the Border
including
Patrol that
people
endorsed him for
coming out.
president, but I won't say that. You just fucking did, you
The only
jackass.
terrorist who's done
Right.
anything across the border is the one that killed
Boy.
three under his
I'm
administration.
going to play a Cavern of Souls and name,
And his
I don't know,
administration
dragons.
Kill 3 American soldiers. Kill 3 American soldiers. That's the only terrorist that's there.
Let's
I'm not saying
see.
that no terrorist ever got through, but the idea they're emptying their prisons, we're welcoming.
not
these
yet.
people,
I'll,
that's simply not true. There's no data.
I'll
to
just pass the
support
turn.
what he said. Once again, he's exaggerating. He's lying.
Before the
staying
end
on the
of
topic
your
of
turn,
immigration, you've said that you're going to carry out, quote, the largest domestic deportation operation in American history, unquote.
I'll do
Does
nothing.
that mean that you will
Actually,
deport
I'll take a
every
point of
undocumented
damage,
immigrant in
and I'll hit this
America,
guy, and I
including
will
those who have
flash
jobs,
in
including
the
those
Archivist of
spouses are
Ogma.
citizens, and including those
So
who
take a
have
point of
does
damage.
that do?
And if so, how will you do it?
It's flash. Whenever an opponent searches their library, gain 1 life and draw a card.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. I remember that.
It's a little tax. I'm going to untap. During my upkeep, Mana Crypt trigger, odds is bad. I got evens, draw a card, return.
He's the one that killed people
Excellent.
with Badwater, including
Oh, shit.
hundreds of thousands of
God,
people
fuck you
dying,
right in your fucking
and
lying
also
face.
killing our citizens when they
Really?
come in.
I'll tap
We
this
we are living
red,
right now in a
and I'll
rat's
tap
nest.
that for
They're
2. I'll take
killing
another
our
point of
people in
damage,
New
and
York,
I
in
will play
California, in every
Wild
state in the
Wasteland.
union, because we don't
Wild
have borders
Wasteland
anymore.
says,
Every state
skip
is
my
now a
draw
border.
step. At the
And because
beginning
his
of your
ridiculous,
exile the top 2
insane,
cards of
and
your
very
library. You
stupid
may
policies,
play those
people are
cards
coming in
this
and they're
turn.
killing our citizens
So I don't
at
really
a
draw
level
any.
that we've never seen. We call
Skip
it
it.
migrant crime.
All
I
right,
call
you get to
it
play.
Biden
How many cards in your library, or how many cards in your deck are
we've
under
never seen before.
3?
And you're reading it like these
I don't have any
three
land,
incredible
so
young girls
if
over
I
the last
can't
few
play
days.
something, I just leave it
One of them
exiled.
I
But
just
right
spoke
now,
to
I
the
need
mother,
land, so I'm
Gotcha.
playing it.
He just had the funeral for this
All right.
girl, 12 years old.
Tap up
This
to
is
draw.
horrible what's taken place. What's taken place in our country, we're literally
I did
an
take another point of
uncivilized
damage.
country now.
Okay,
He doesn't want it to be. He
38,
just doesn't
you're at?
know. He opened
Yes,
the
sir.
borders. Nobody's
I'm gonna
ever
play
seen
it.
anything like. And we
No,
have
he's
to get
at
a lot of these
35.
people out, and we have to
He,
get them
he
out
lost the
fast
Mana Crypt
because
as
they're
well.
gonna destroy our
No, he
country.
didn't. I rolled
Just
the
take a
6.
look at
Yeah,
what
I know he
they're
got
doing.
it.
They're living in
Oh,
luxury
but-
hotels
Oh, okay.
in New York City and
Uh,
other places.
I'm honest on that.
Our
Come on.
veterans are
I
under
Yeah,
can't-
evens was
dying
good.
because he doesn't care
Can't
about
play a
our veterans.
goddamn
He doesn't care-
thing.
He doesn't like the military at all. And he doesn't care about our veterans.
You know
It would
what?
have been worse. I had the highest approval rating
Can't
for
do
veterans
anything.
taking care of the VA.
But
He has the worst.
You
He's
just fall
gotten rid
asleep?
of all the things that I approve.
No, I'm gonna
Choice,
bone
I got
shards
through
the
Congress,
bird
all of the different things I
and
approved,
sacrifice my
they
insect.
abandoned. We had by far the
The Mana
highest,
Bird?
and now it's
Yep.
down in less than half. Because
Gotta
he
slow
said
you down,
all
man.
these great things that we did,
My shit's coming in
and we
tapped.
did it
I
just
play in
because I
tap
approved
lands.
it, which is crazy.
Gotta
But he
bolt
has
the
killed
bird.
So many people at our border by
Pass
allowing
turn.
all of these people to come in. And
President
it's a
Biden.
very sad day.
Oh.
President Biden, you have the mic.
Every single thing he said is a lie.
Trevor naming Eldrazi.
Oh,
Veterans
fuck
are a hell
you.
of a lot better off since
But you're
I
creating
Pact Act.
figure, right? Because you just
1
put
million
an
of them now
instant,
have
or is it a
insurance,
sorcerer, an
their
instant,
families
and a creature in the
have it
graveyard?
because
Yeah.
what happened,
Well, no, the creature's gone. It
whether
evaporates. It was a
Agent Orange
token.
for burn pits. They're all being covered now.
No, it's Bird.
And he opposed
Bird of Paradise.
a group opposed.
Oh, yeah, but the Nethergoyf is card types in my graveyard.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Next to one of those burn
It's
pits.
great in standard. It's not that great outside of
I
standard.
was recently in
You said you're passing?
Yep. And don't mind me. I'm just still trying to fix the.
I went to the World War
Let me check and see. You're in Jayberry's spot, and I might have it set to 720 by 1080, whatever, the 720p. Let me just check.
My son was not a loser. Was not a
Because I
sucker.
played on
You're the
Spell
sucker.
Table
You're the loser.
last week, and it was just absolutely clear.
First of all, that
So
was a made-up quote. Suckers and losers. They made it up.
Things
It was in
happen,
a third-rate
whatever.
magazine that's failing, like many of these
Okay,
magazines.
Dockside.
He
Sorry,
put
go
it in
ahead.
Commercials. We've notified.
Is that
I got
free?
nothing.
19 people that said I didn't say it.
Just
And
Nick,
think of
right?
this.
3?
Who would say
Yep,
here
I
at
have
the
nothing.
cemetery, or I'm
Yeah.
talking about our veterans, because nobody's taking better care. I'm so glad this came up, and
3.
he brought it up. There's nobody that's
And
taken better
my
care of our
next
soldiers
trick.
than I have. To think that I would, in front of generals and others, say suckers and losers.
Oh,
We have
He's
19
lying about
people
saying, he's
that
basically
said
saying, I never
it was
called
said
military
by
people
me.
suckers and
It was
losers.
made
And
up
he's
by him,
flat
just like
out lying.
Russia was made up, just like the 51
I'll play
intelligence
Diabolic
agents were
Intent.
made up,
Nick, you can have
just
the life
like
and
the
draw a
new thing
card.
with
I'll
the
sacrifice
16
the bug.
economists are talking. It's the same thing.
Yep.
51 intelligence agents said that the laptop was Russia disinformation. It wasn't. That came from his son Hunter. It wasn't Russia disinformation. He made up the suckers and
lying
losers.
liars and the
He
lies
should
that they tell.
apologize to me right now.
4-star general standing to your side who was on your staff who said you said it. Period. That's number one. And number two, the idea.
Because I want to watch it, and I'm playing Magic, so I might as well watch it while I play Magic.
We've done more for veterans than any president has in American history.
Is this live? Yeah.
Now or in their family, the only sacred
Or is it
yes,
this is
memorized?
live. Is to care for our veterans when they come home.
Oh, it is absolutely live.
Equip them when they go to war. That's what we're doing. That's what the VA is doing now.
Dan, are you
Doing
done?
more for veterans than
Yep.
ever before in our history.
All right, thank you so much.
Sweet. On top. Upkeep. Oh boy.
Oh, wait, hold on.
War against Ukraine.
I got a
but
4
Dan-
anyway.
now in its
Oh, all right. I was
own
going to say, is Dan searching his library?
President Trump,
Yeah,
Russian
I already
President
said Nick can draw a card.
Oh,
and,
okay, all right.
have a
I
life.
missed that. I missed that. I got to give Nick a life.
Russia keeps the Ukrainian
He did get a
Oh.
4 though.
It is
He
already
was
no
at
damage.
38, so he
and
should be at
Ukraine
39.
abandons its bid to join
It says
NATO.
skip your draw step at the beginning of your upkeep. Okay,
First of
untap, upkeep,
Our veterans
draw.
and our soldiers
Do your
can't stand
do
this
your
guy.
crypt.
They can't stand him.
I already
think he's
did the crypt.
worst
I rolled. I got a 4.
commander-in-chief, if that's what you call him.
So I get to set
that
these
we've ever
guys
had.
aside.
They
I
can't stand
have.
him.
I
So
can
let's
play
get
them.
that
So I have village.
Me more than just about any of them.
Expose
That's
them.
based on every
Yeah, well, it's
single
exile is face
information.
up.
As far as Russia and Ukraine.
So demonic
if we had a
tutor
real
and
president, a
village
president that knew-
rights.
That was respected by Putin.
I'm actually going to
He
tutor.
would have never invaded Ukraine. A lot of people are
So
dead
I'm gonna
right now,
tutor
much more than people know.
to go
You know,
get
they
some
talk about
land,
numbers. You can
which
double
is
those numbers, maybe
stupid,
triple
but
those
I
numbers.
need land.
He did nothing to stop it. In fact, I think he encouraged Russia from going in. I'll tell you what happened. It was so bad with Afghanistan. It was such a horrible embarrassment, most embarrassing
I
moment in the
want
history of our country.
scrub land,
That
which
when
would be
Putin
perfect.
watched that and
Nice.
he saw the incompetence that he should have fired those generals.
So I'll go with
Like
the
the
tutor.
one that you mentioned.
When you
Huh?
tutor,
So
you
he's got no
unite
love lost.
Lancaster
But
and
he should have
York.
fired those generals. No general got fired.
What, you mean
for the
Lannister and
most
Stark?
Embarrassing moment in the history of our country.
I tutored. That's
where we
exile.
had billions of
I'm going
dollars
to
of
play the land
equipment
for
Don't
behind.
know
We lost
what that
13
is.
beautiful soldiers.
You
and
really don't?
38 soldiers were
I don't.
obliterated. And by the way, we
So
left people
Game of
behind, too. We
Thrones,
left
the
Americans
Lannisters and
behind.
the Starks are very
Putin
thinly
saw that. He
veiled
said, "You know what?
Lancasters and
I think
Yorks.
we're going to go in and
Oh.
maybe take my.
Yeah, I never watched it or read it. I'm like, yeah, I have
The
other
difference
things.
is he
Have other
never
things to do.
invaded.
Yeah.
Or black. I still have a color that's
Just like
floating, but I'm
Israel
going to
would have
play
never
the village
been
rights. I'm going to
invaded
sacrifice my murder
in a
planet. I'm going
million
to draw
years
2
by
cards.
Hamas. You know why?
You know,
Because
I remember
Iran
that we
was
keep
broke.
forgetting that
I
Prosh
wouldn't
himself
let
is what,
anybody do
7
business
something?
with them. They ran out of money.
Yeah.
They were broke.
Mhm.
They had no money for Hamas.
5-5.
They had no
Oh,
money
really?
for
Okay, that's not
anything.
terrible.
No money for terror. That's
But,
why you had no
you know,
terror at
sacrificing
all
those stupid little
during my
things.
administration. This place, the whole world is blowing up.
That's where
under
the fun
him.
starts.
Exactly.
President Biden.
Going
Never
to
heard
take
so
a
much
point
more
of
about
damage
my
and
whole
tap
life.
the talisman.
The
I'm
fact
going
of
to
the
play
matter
an
is that
Esper
we're in a
Sentinel.
situation where let's take the last point
And
first.
then I'm going to
man
pass turn and let that
attacked
last
our
mana
troops.
visit.
kill.
Alright.
Percent though. Whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, draw a card unless that player plays tax, which is 1.
He said
All right, I'm gonna play Sheltered Thicket tapped. I'm gonna tap 3 for a Torian Mauler, which is also a Goyf.
Got over 100,000 Americans and others out.
It's the best
Yes.
wave and
Yes,
dinosaur
truly.
and
Number 3,
everything
we
else.
found ourselves in a situation where, if you take a look at what
Go ahead,
happened
Nick.
in Ukraine,
And this wastes.
Ukraine told Trump,
And
do whatever you want, and that's exactly what Trump did.
I think I might just.
And he went in. And listen to what he said when he went in. He was going to take Kyiv in 5 days. Remember? Because it's
Might
part
just
of
pass the
Soviet
turn, yeah.
Union. That's what he wanted.
You didn't
to
play land?
reestablish. Kyiv.
I
And he, in
always.
fact, didn't do
Okay,
it at all.
gotcha.
He wasn't able to get it done, and they've lost over.
That's helpful.
They've lost thousands and thousands of troops. 500,000 troops.
President
All right,
Trump,
I'll play a mana crypt of my
I
own.
just want to go back to my original question, which is, are Putin's terms acceptable to you? Keeping the territory in Ukraine?
I will. What will I do?
But look, this is a war that never should have started. If we had a leader in this war, he led everybody along. He's given $200 billion now or more
I'll
to
play my
Ukraine.
commander.
He's given $200 billion.
Black,
That's
red,
a lot of money. I don't
green.
think there's ever been anything like it. Every time that Zelensky comes in,
I don't think there's ever been anything like sending money to Ukraine.
The salesman ever. And I'm not knocking him. I'm not knocking anything. I'm only
Lord.
saying.
That's
the
what
money
Dipshit
that
said?
we're spending
Yeah,
on
Dipshit
this
said there's never
war,
been anything like that.
and we shouldn't be spending. It should
Fucking
have never
dildo.
happened. I will have that war.
Sorry, that's an
settled
insult to
between
dildos.
Putin and Zelensky as president-elect before I take office on January 20th. I'll have that war
Play
settled.
Prosh, and Prosh comes in with friends, right?
Killed so
Yeah,
needlessly,
I'm just
so
looking for
stupidly, and I will get it settled.
right
and I'll
kinds
get
of
it
dice
settled
to,
fast before I take
signify his
office.
friends.
You
President
know,
Biden, you have a minute.
the fact is that Putin is a war criminal.
This
He's
time you
killed
get 6 of them.
thousands and thousands of people. And he has made one thing clear. He wants to reestablish what was part of the Soviet Empire.
I'm guessing
Not
the
just a piece,
and
he wants
friends
all of
was
Ukraine.
just too much
That's
to be
what he
able to put on the
wants.
card.
You think he'll stop that? You think he'll stop when he
I appreciate. I actually like Prosh and his merry band of kobolds, but and friends
That is
good.
kind of amusing.
Those NATO countries. And so if you go to war, you ought to
Everybody
find
has.
out what he's going to do.
It
Because
doesn't have.
if in fact he does,
I don't have
goes
Flare.
and
He's willing
walks
to.
away. By the way,
Well, Prosh
all
has,
that money
has
we give
summoning
Ukraine
sickness.
from
Oh,
weapons we
alright.
make here in the United States, we give them the weapons,
As for Sentinels,
not the money.
Sentinels 1/1, Nick, is that right?
And our NATO allies
Correct.
have produced as
All right, I'll
much
swing dockside at you.
funding for Ukraine as
Well,
we
Don't
the
block it.
That's why it's
2-2.
we're strong.
What's that? Wait,
Thank
what?
you. Moving on to the Middle East.
Said he was talking to me, right? So I'm the archivist of
Oh,
archives.
Okay, sorry, I forgot about him. Yeah, I will not attack you.
Bounce off each other. So
Americans.
Yeah.
Israel's response has killed thousands
But
of
I'd rather have
Palestinians and
tax
created
separate
a
on tap.
humanitarian crisis
All
in
right,
Gaza.
that'll do it.
President Biden,
Okay.
you put forward a
Untap.
proposal to resolve
My
this
upkeep, I have a
conflict,
couple of triggers.
but so
First one
far,
I'll do
Hamas
is the
has
mana
not
crypt.
released
Roll. Odds again
the
is
remaining
bad.
hostages,
I got a
and
1.
Israel
I'll
is
take 3 damage.
continuing its military offensive
Set
in
aside
Gaza.
2 cards.
So what additional leverage
So I
will you
have
use to
a
get
blood
Hamas and
artist,
Israel
and
to
I
end the
have
war? You have 2 minutes.
a greedy.
Number one.
I did get some land, so I will play a land. I will play a plateau.
Straight through to the G7.
I will
Israel
tap
and Netanyahu himself have endorsed the plan that
black
we
and white to play the McGreedy.
put forward, which has 3
It's
stages.
the Lamplight Mare.
first stage is
Whenever a creature you control with power
hostages
2 or less
for
attacks,
a
it gains
ceasefire.
Skulk
Second
until
phase
the end
is
of the turn.
ceasefire with additional
If a
conditions.
creature with 4 or greater
Third phase
attacks, its
no
controller
end of
loses
the
2
war.
life and you gain 2
The only
life.
one who wants the war to continue is Hamas.
Oh, whenever a creature
Number
with
one.
power
Who
4 or
wants
greater
to-
attacks
we're
me,
still
its controller
working
loses
hard
2 life and I gain 2
to
life.
get them to accept. In the meantime,
Um,
what's happened?
How many?
I'm gonna
this
switch-
first spell you
The only
cast?
thing that denied Israel was 2,000
Is it the
pound
first spell I
bombs.
cast?
They
Yes.
don't work very well
Okay.
in populated areas. They
There
kill
you
a
ask
lot of
me.
innocent people.
Because I have a Torian Mauler that's now
All the
4/4.
weapons they need and when they need them. And by the way,
Okay.
I'm
I'm
the
going
guy
to play a
that
second
organized
spell. I'm going
the
to
war
tap this
against
guy,
Iran
and I am
had
going to
full-blown
tap this for a colorless,
intercontinental
and I'm going to play a
ballistic
blood
missile
artist.
attack on Israel. No
Cool.
one was hurt. No one.
I have a
Israel was
colorless
accidentally
floating.
killed, and it just stopped.
And I have nothing to do. So I will then pass the turn.
Of anyone in the world. And so they're 2 different things. Hamas cannot we allow them to
Alright.
continue. We
Untap.
continue to send our experts
Upkeep.
and our intelligence people
Draw.
as to how they can get Hamas like we did Bin Laden. We don't have to do it.
Play that tap
By the way,
land.
they've
I've had one land come into play
weakened
this game
Hamas,
not tapped.
Greatly weakened, and they should be. They should be eliminated.
See
But you've
that
got to
there.
be careful for using certain weapons among population centers.
Let's see.
Just going back to Ukraine for 1
I'm
second.
gonna tap
We have
for
an ocean separating us. The European nations
for
together
a Death Reap ritual.
have spent
Non-land or
maybe
non-creature
more
spell,
than
Nick.
that, less than us.
Excellent. You gonna pay the extra one?
You got to put up your money like I did.
Oh, I have to
with
pay
NATO.
extra? I thought it was just you got to draw a card. I can't play it then.
The Secretary General
No,
of NATO said
if
Trump
you
did
don't
the
pay
most
the extra, I get to draw a card.
incredible
That's
Yeah,
right.
draw a card. I mean, I have to
They
play,
wouldn't have any- They
right?
were going out of business. We were spending almost 100% of the money was paid by us. He didn't do that.
PS
He's getting
turn?
all- You got to ask these people to put up the money. We're
Draw.
over $100 billion more spent, and it has a bigger impact on them.
Yes,
because of
Trump,
inflation,
because like
because we have no
international
shit in
global
between.
military
You gotta ask them
security,
as far as
it's only important if
Israel
other people give money to it. Like you're not going to do it if other countries don't give
Israel's the
money.
one that wants to go. He said the
Fucking
only one that wants to
dildo.
keep
Sorry,
going is
I'm gonna stop
Hamas.
saying that now.
Actually, Israel is the one, and you should let him go and let him
Jackass.
finish the job. He doesn't want
Soul
to do this,
Ring,
become like a
paying the
Palestinian,
one.
But they don't like him because he's a very bad
For
Palestinian. He's a
Nick.
weak one.
Yeah.
Yep. Rest
President
percent.
Biden, you have a minute.
Yep.
I've never heard so much foolishness.
And-
This is a guy who wants to get out of NATO. Are you going to stay in NATO? He's going to pull out of NATO. The idea that we have
Nah.
our strength lies in our alliances as well.
We'll just hang out.
And maybe
We're good right now.
We're ever able to avoid a war.
All right.
Well, wait, hold on.
What happens if in fact you have
Yeah, we're
continue
good
to
right
go
now.
into NATO? We have an Article 5 agreement.
So,
attack on
pass
one,
the turn.
attack on all.
Yep.
You want to start a
Monocrypt
nuclear
trigger,
war,
1, 2, 3 is
go
bad,
ahead,
4, 5,
let
6 is
Putin go ahead,
good.
control
It's a 4.
Ukraine,
Good.
and then move on to Poland and other places. See what happens then. He has no idea what the hell he's talking about.
Biden literally just said he has no idea what the hell he's talking about.
Including Japan and South Korea, because they understand that this kind of dislocation has a serious threat to the whole world peace. No major war in Europe has ever been able to be contained just to Europe.
All right, I'm gonna.
Just to follow up,
Let's
would
give
you
this a
support the
try.
creation of an independent Palestinian
1,
state in order to achieve peace
2
in the region?
black.
I'd have to see, but before we do,
You're
that,
right, Street Rage.
The problem
4,
we have is that we
5.
spend
But is
all the
are we
money.
making salient
So they
points?
kill us on trade.
No,
trade deals
Biden
with
is making
European
salient points.
nations.
Trump is literally saying, again,
So you're right
after
about.
would
They're
you
about the
support
same size
peace in a
economically.
Palestinian state?
Their
He's literally
economy is
saying,
about the same size
his
as
first
the
word was
United
about money.
States. And they were no cars.
Hold on.
No, they don't want anything that we have, but we're supposed to take their cars, their food, their everything.
Let's figure out
their
how I want to do
agriculture.
this.
I changed that. But the big thing I changed is they don't
He's
wanna
talking about
pay.
China instead of
And
the
only
Palestinian state that she asked him
reason
about.
He can play games with
China.
NATO is because I got them
Well,
to put up
China's fault.
hundreds of billions of dollars.
Let's try
I
it
said,
this way.
and he's right about this. I said, no,
Green.
I'm not going to support NATO if you don't pay.
The
He asked me that
colorless.
question, would you guard us against Russia?
Food chain.
The 28,
Are we
states
done?
At that time, nations at that time. And they said, no, if
I
you don't
think
pay,
so.
I won't do that. And you know
Let
what
me
happened? Billions and billions
I'll
of dollars
sacrifice
came
the
flowing in
dock
the next
side.
day and the next month. But now we're in the same position.
Dan, you just locked up
We're paying
completely.
everybody's
Thank you.
bills.
Let's turn to the issue of democracy. Former President Trump.
Your audio is
I wanna
fine.
ask
For
you
3
about
black.
January 6,
There you
2021,
go.
after
Right.
you rallied your
Can
supporters
you hear me?
that day.
Can you hear me?
some of them
Barely.
stormed the
Yeah,
Capitol
you
to
were-
stop
you
the
were- you literally went,
constitutionally mandated
for a
counting of
second,
electoral
so.
votes. As president, you swore an oath
Maybe I really said that.
preserve, protect, and
No, you
defend,
didn't.
unquote, the Constitution. What do you say
So
to
three
voters who
black,
believe that you violated that oath
with the
through your
dock side.
actions and inaction on
I'll
January
sacrifice
6th
2
and
of these
worry that
cold
you'll do it again?
balls
Well, I
to
don't
food
think anybody
chain for another
believed
2
that.
black.
Let me tell you about January 6th.
Mhm.
On January
That
6th,
takes me to
we had a
4
great border.
kobolds.
Nobody coming through, very few. On January 6th, we were
Pay
energy
the extra one.
independent. On January 6th, we had the
Nope.
lowest taxes ever.
I'm
We
playing
had the lowest
Sidisi.
regulations ever. On January 6th, we were respected all over the world.
Tutor, and you
All
can
over the world,
grab a
we were
card for that
respected.
too.
And then he comes in.
It's
and
whenever
we're
your
now
opponent
laughed
casts their
at
first
like
non-creature
a bunch
spell.
of
So only
stupid
get-
people.
Yeah, but
What
don't you
happened to
get
the
a
United States'
Oh, for you
reputation
search
under this
archivist,
man's
on
yeah.
tutoring? Yep.
is horrible, including weaponization, which I'm sure at some point you'll be talking about, where he goes after his political opponent because he can't do it fair and square.
You have 80 seconds left. My question was,
Damn, I
what do
gained
you
a life,
say
but
to
I don't think
those
it's gonna
voters
matter.
Who believe that you violated your constitutional oath through your actions and inaction on January 6, 2021, and worry that you'll do it again?
Well, I didn't say that to anybody. I said peacefully and patriotically. And Nancy Pelosi.
He's saying I didn't say anything about storming the Capitol to anyone. I didn't violate my oath of office.
Filmmaker, they say.
Fuck you.
But she's saying, "Oh no, it's my responsibility. I was responsible."
That wasn't me. That was somebody else.
He's literally saying, "Oh, that wasn't me. That was like, oh my god, you fucking asshole."
In writing, by the
All right,
way.
so I'm
Other than that, just stands up and lies in front of the world. Creates his own narrative.
Turned it down. I offered 10,000 because
I'm watching it because I want to scream "fuck at the screen," Street Rage, and I want to see how bad he is.
I could see what was happening. Everybody was saying
he's a pretty evil person, actually.
He is a black hole of empathy and an abomination of a human being.
You could feel it. You could
He is. He's pretty much up there with Hitler.
And I said,
and that's not hyperbole, quite frankly.
Or whatever.
Nope.
And I offered
all right, are we?
and she now admits that
Keep going.
Are we back on Magic now?
All
right,
we're talking about this while you go through your combo.
All right, so sacrificing Sudishi for 6 black. I will play my own Blood Artist with 2 of those.
Yep.
I've got four left. I'll sacrifice Prosh and.
I sat in the dining room.
You know, this is going to be
He
interesting.
sat there for 3 hours. 3 hours watching, begging, being begged.
Yeah, I think I
by
can
his
do this
vice
anyway.
president And a number of his colleagues on the Republican side of
That's
the
5.
to do something, to call for a stop, to end it. Instead, they talked about these people.
I've got 3 left.
Patriots and great patrons.
Yeah,
of
I will
America. In
I have
fact,
3 black
he
left.
says he'll
I will
not forgive them for
sacrifice
what they've
2
done.
kobolds
They've been convicted. He
or
says
2
he wants to
red.
commute their sentences and say that no. But he went to every single court in the
One,
nation.
sorry, 1
I don't
kobold
know how many
for
cases,
1 red.
Scores of cases, including the Supreme Court, and they said no, this
And I'll
guy
play
is
Perforos.
responsible for doing what is being was done. He did do
And
a
then I
damn
will
thing.
sacrifice Prosh, targeting Nick with the Blood Artist, so he and I break even.
And he wants to let them all out. And now he says if he loses,
That's
the case,
7.
such a whiner that he is, that there could be a
Kobold for
bloodbath.
8.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
And I will recast Prosh and bring in 8 kobolds, and Porphyros will do his thing.
No, I don't think so.
He's going to counter your Porphyros.
No, I'm countering Prosh.
Oh, all right.
Minneapolis, what they've done there.
Paying the one.
All over the city. If I didn't bring in the National
so
Guard,
Prosh
the city
goes
would have
back.
been destroyed.
Prosh goes back. He would cost 10
They
now.
took over big chunks of Seattle. I was all set to bring
What
in
did you
the National
counter it
Guard.
with?
They heard that. They
The
saw it.
null
They
blast.
left.
It counters a colored spell.
What he said.
And you know what? I'm a
multicolor.
fucking idiot because I have a Cavern of Souls on board that I didn't tap for that because I forgot I had it.
Yeah, I was waiting, and then I'm like, oh, you didn't use Cavern of Souls. Fuck it.
Gone now.
We can
so
say you did
countered
if we want to start
right
another
now.
game.
They destroyed and deleted
You
all
want to do
the
that?
information they found because they
I mean,
found out we were
do you think
right.
you could do it again next
We were
turn?
right. And they deleted and destroyed all of the information.
I think I
They
might
should
be able
go
to do it
jail
again
for
this
that.
turn.
If a Republican did that, they'd go to
Thank
Three,
you,
four,
President Trump. President Biden, I want
five,
to give you a minute.
The only person on
7.
this stage is a convicted felon. Is the
Yeah, I
man
can do it again
right
this turn.
now.
I have 10 mana,
And the fact of the matter is,
including the Cavern of
Yeah,
Souls.
then there you go.
what he's telling you
Yeah,
is simply
yep.
not true.
I tried.
The fact is that
Yeah,
Yep.
there
this
was
is a good try.
effort on his part.
All right,
to
play
stop
something that doesn't
going
combo,
on
man.
on Capitol Hill. And all those people, every one of
All
those
right,
who
I'll play
committed
Griswold.
deserves to be
Well, no, I
condemned.
won't because
The
that'll
idea
screw you
that
guys
they
with the
didn't kill
tokens, so
somebody
I'll find
just when
something
they
else.
Broke down doors, broke the windows, occupied
Okay,
offices.
I'll play the
turned
Master
over desks,
Transcendent.
turned them
Boot
over
chain.
Okay.
statues.
Really? You're going to play the Master Transcendent, so we're going to play 2 5-turn games?
When I asked him about
No, no, no,
debates
no.
we had, the debates we had the first time around, I said, "Will you?"
That was a
All right,
win
so
for
some-
yeah, happy to play it one.
I'll tell them to stand by.
Something that doesn't combo. All right, I'll play Gabe.
Will you denounce these guys?
Fuck you.
Will you denounce the people we're talking about now? Will you denounce the people who attack that?
I'm
Hey, Arizona
thinking
Angels, no.
that-
Thursdays
that-
is Magic. Thursdays and Sundays are Magic.
I'm gonna
Mondays
give
and
you
Wednesdays are
a
D&D.
minute, President Trump, for a
Are you
follow-up.
watching
And
from,
I have,
Are you watching
after
from Prater's
working with
Rejects?
you
Or are you
on
watching
34
from Coven?
felonies last month, you said if reelected, you would, quote, have every right to go after, unquote, your political opponents. You just talked about.
And
members
I'm
of the
thinking
Select
perhaps
Committee
Dan
and
is
January
using a
6th going to
definition of
jail.
doesn't
And your main political
that
opponent is standing on
I
stage
personally
with
am
you
not
tonight.
familiar
Can you
with.
clarify
I
exactly
know,
what
right?
it means about you feeling you
What do I have?
after your
I haven't played this in a
Well, I
long
said
time.
my retribution is going to be success.
Oh,
We're going
actually,
to make
where
this
is it?
country successful again, because right now it's a failing nation. My retribution is going to be
I
success.
am apparently missing
Really?
2
Convicted
decks.
felon. His son is a convicted felon.
Yeah,
At a
this'll
very
work.
high level.
Oh,
His
I
son
hate
is
it when it
convicted,
does that.
Going to be convicted probably numerous other times. Should have been convicted
Oh, well, that
before,
sucks.
but his
I'm
Justice Department
actually
let
missing
There you go,
2
changed.
statute of
decks.
limitations lapse on the most important things. But he could be a
Yeah,
convicted
when I
felon
try to
as soon
change
as
it
he
through
gets out of office. Joe could be a
Restream, it
convicted
changes
felon with all of the
everywhere but
things that he's
Twitch,
done.
the stream,
He's done
the
horrible
category.
things. All of the death caused at the border, telling the Ukrainian
I'll
people
play this,
that
then
we're
it
gonna want
doesn't
$1 billion
combo.
or you change the prosecutor. Otherwise, you're not
No, I
getting
think
$1
there
billion.
might be
Have
a
I ever
more
said
for us
that?
in here too.
That's quid pro
That's the
quo.
whole point of this.
That we're not
So,
gonna
so
do anything.
basically, you're going to be
We're not gonna
playing
give
the
you
same
$1
deck that I
billion
just
unless you
played.
change your
I
prosecutor.
think that
Different
this.
commander.
Son.
Actually,
man is
I
a criminal.
think I have
This
it.
man, you're lucky.
Not the
You're
same
lucky.
deck, but this is
I
what
did
I've been
nothing
playing.
wrong.
Dan, what are you
We
playing?
have a
Saison?
system that was rigged and
Yeah.
disgusting.
I
did
was going to
nothing wrong.
play
Thank you,
Prefix,
President
but
Trump.
I
President
don't know where it
Biden,
is.
You have said, I'm coming right to you, sir.
And then I was like, well,
You-
maybe I'll play Elves,
Well,
and
you
I
want
don't
to
know where that
respond?
is
Go ahead, I'll
either.
give you a minute to respond.
So I have to.
The
I'm
idea-
missing a deck box somewhere,
The idea
like a
that
box
you
of
are
decks.
relative to what you're talking about is outrageous.
Just completely
Simply
different from a
lie,
bag of
number one.
dicks.
Number
It's
two,
totally
the
different.
idea that you have a
Not
right
nearly
to
as
seek
edible.
retribution against any American just
No, you're
because
going to do
president
Kozilek again. I'm going to
is
stay with
wrong.
Diza,
Yep.
and Nick, you're
Wrong. No
playing
president's
what?
ever spoken like that before.
I'm gonna play the
No
same thing.
president in our
Okay.
history has spoken like that before.
Although I feel like I
Number
should
three,
skip out of it, but I'm gonna stick
crimes
with it.
you are still
Okay.
charged with. And think of all the civil penalties.
Say
How many
copy link
billions of dollars
address.
do you owe in civil penalties for
This is what I'm
molesting
playing.
a woman in
See if it
public,
works.
or doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star?
The
Oh,
words
do you
sex
mind
with the
if
porn
I,
star were just mentioned.
What are you talking about? You have the morals of an alley cat.
You have the morals of an alley cat. I love
didn't
it.
have sex with a porn star. Number one. Number two, that
What'd
was
he
a
say?
case that was started.
Biden literally
and
just said you have
moved.
the
They
morals of
moved
an
a
alley cat.
High-ranking official, a DOJ, into the Manhattan DA's office.
And now
to
Trump is
start that
talking
case.
about
That case is
weaponizing
gonna
the
be
DOJ.
appealed and won. We had a very terrible judge, a horrible judge, Democrat.
He's blaming the judge.
Prosecutor were all high-ranking Democrats appointed
Hey,
people.
there's this
and
thing called a
both the
jury
civil
that found you
and
guilty.
the criminal. He basically went after his political opponent because he thought he was going to damage
Oh, you
me. But
fucking
when the
liar.
public found out about these
All right.
cases, because they understand
What's
them
the
better
thing?
than he does. He has no idea what these cases are.
All right,
But when
I got everybody
when they found out
updated.
about
If Nick's
these
playing the
cases,
same
you know
deck,
what they did?
so
My poll numbers
yeah.
went up way up. You know that because you're
Let's roll
reporting
except
it.
for Dan.
And we took in more money in the last
I got
2
a
weeks
12.
than we've ever taken in the history of any campaign.
I got a
I don't
one.
think any campaign has ever taken hundreds of
That was my
millions
die.
of
There it
dollars
is.
came pouring in because the public knows it's a scam.
That's not a
And
12.
it's a guy that's after
Cool.
his political opponent because he can't win.
This deck
fair
is gonna
and
kill
square.
me.
Thank you, President Trump. President Biden, you have said, quote, Donald Trump and his MAGA Republicans
There's a lot of
are
damage
determined
going
to
on.
destroy
All
American
right,
democracy.
let us go.
Do you
I will
believe
start.
that the tens of millions of Americans who are likely
Well,
to
then I
vote
haven't
for
gotten a hand yet.
President Trump
Okay.
will be voting against
I
American
guess
democracy?
that's a
The more
hand.
they know about what
I
he's
don't
done,
really like
yes.
the way I got to it,
The
though.
more they know about what
Because
he's
my
done.
last
well.
4 cards
And
were
there's a lot
land,
more
which makes me
coming.
afraid
He's
that
got
my
a lot
next
of
6
cases on
cards
the
will also be land.
He's got a
Well,
whole
remember, when you
range
shuffle,
of
you want a
issues
random
to face.
distribution,
I
not
don't
an
know what
even
the jury's gonna
distribution.
do.
Well, I mean, you want an even
Yes, I know.
distribution,
He
but.
has a real problem.
All right,
And
I'm
so
going to
the
play
fact
a
that
Dackmore Salvage
you ever hear any
untapped.
president
I can
say
throw this
Tap,
whole
tap,
that
hand
I'm
back
gonna
if you
seek
don't mind.
retribution?
Yeah, go ahead.
You ever hear any president say that they thought his
The way I
rights
typically
were
do it.
What got me involved to run in the first place after my son had died, I decided in Iraq, because of Iraq, I said I wasn't going to run again.
Oh,
So,
draw.
like,
Don't
I'm
love it,
fixing
but
your
I'll-
green
I
screen
like
because
it
you're just
better
kind
than
of
the
like.
last one.
Coming out of the woods carrying swastikas
For me?
on torches,
Yeah.
torches, and singing the same anti-Semitic bile. They
Hey, there you go.
I should.
when-
Oh, you know
back
why?
in
I should do
Germany.
this.
And what did, and
I
the
usually
young
put
woman
myself
I
up
spoke
in
to the mother.
Yeah, there you go.
And they asked him, they said,
Cavern, Eldrazi, Tormod's Crypt Pass.
the one that tried to stop
Nice.
him, and the ones he said, I think they're fine people on both sides. What American president?
What? And Biden saying, "You said there were fine people on both sides." What the? What were you talking about?
Anti-Semitic bile, carrying swastikas, were fine people.
Swamp
This
Pass.
is a guy who says Hitler's done some good things.
Cool.
Nothing wrong
Tap
with
on
they
it.
are.
Hammered this
Good
game.
things Hitler's done,
Good old
that's what he
Swamp
said.
Ass.
This guy has no
Fucking
sense of
racist.
American democracy.
I
Well,
will
what's your
play a
response?
small
Jake,
marsh. which comes into play tapped unless I control.
Because when you see the sentence, it
unless I control 2 or more basic lands, which I don't. So tapped it is and cast it.
Keeps it going. He says he ran because of Charlottesville. He didn't run because of Charlottesville. He ran because it was his last chance. He's not equipped to be president. You know it, and I know it. It's ridiculous. We have a debate. We're trying to justify
They're talking about
presidency.
anti-Semitism, and Trump is talking about he's too old to be president.
The worst president, the worst presidency in the history of our country.
I just said Biden was the worst presidency in the history of the United States.
He made up the Charlottesville story, and you'll see it's debunked
Every
all over the
accusation
place.
is an
Every
admission.
anchor has every reasonable
Anyway,
anchor
go ahead.
has debunked it.
Yeah, but that's not how the rest of the public sees it, which is...
debunked.
Well, the rest of the public
It's
is
a
dumb, quite
nonsense
frankly.
story. He
I
knows
think the
that,
rest of the
and he
public
didn't
has
run
already
because
made their
of
minds up.
Charlottesville.
It
He used
doesn't.
it as an
Nothing that's
excuse
said
to
here
run.
is going to make a damn bit of difference.
Nope.
Versus tower top
Listen to what was said at the time.
and spin the top.
And the idea that
Spin the top.
somehow that's the only reason I ran. I ran because I was worried a guy like this guy could get elected. If he thought they were good people coming out of that
I
forest,
will
carrying those woods, carrying those
do that.
torches, then he
And
didn't
pass the
deserve to be
turn.
president. Didn't deserve to be president at all. And the idea that he's
Yeah,
talking
you look
about
really
all this
intensely,
being fabricated. We saw
me?
with our own eyes. We saw what happened on January 6th.
Yeah,
We saw
because
what
I
people
fucking
did
hate
to
Trump and I
windows.
just like
We saw
watching him
people
lie.
occupying his own vice president.
Boring.
There's a reason why 40 of his 44 top
That'll
cabinet
do.
officers refused to endorse him this time.
On top,
His vice
keep it
president
draw.
endorsed him this time.
I'm going to
His
play...
vice president
Can I-
refused to endorse him.
Can I go back just when I want to make one more play before you do anything?
Sure.
I just want to play a Mirage Mirror.
Nice.
I will play Herd Mesa. I will tap it and crack it. And I will go find something with white in it. Probably that plateau would be perfect. I am going to tap said plateau and the Smoldering Marsh. I took a point of damage there, DM. For a white and a red and a Sky Knight Vanguard. It's a 1/2 flying, and whenever it attacks, create a 1/2 white soldier creature that's tapped and attacking.
Tap it and just so we know, tap it and crack it is the complementary form of pop it and lock it.
Oh Lord! All right, I'll play.
It's that sort of night.
It is, because the world is on fucking fire. I'm gonna pay 4 for Pirate's Pillage. I'm gonna discard a Faithless Looting, and I'm gonna draw 2 cards and make 2 treasures. And with the 2 treasures, I will play Talisman of Impulse. And then I will pass turn.
And then we'll untap for, I think, the very first time this entire game. I don't think I ever untapped last time. And I will draw. And Homeward Path for tap. Come on, you. Urza's Incubator, naming Eldrazi. And then I will pass.
Ouch. I mean, you're only at 3 mana, right?
3 mana,
potentially
yeah.
5 for an Eldrazi. Okay.
Yes.
Swamp for turn. Tap 5 to play Venser's Journal. Pass turn.
Ew.
Tap. I'll keep and draw. Yep. I'm going to play me. I need something else with white in it. I don't got it. Oh, yes, I do. I have a Scrubland. I will play a Scrubland. And I'm going to tap a black, red, and colorless. I'm going to play Kellogg, Dangerous Mind.
I forget what that thing does. What does it do?
It is a human mercenary, first strike, haste. When Kellogg, Dangerous Mind attacks, create a treasure token. Sacrifice 2 treasure tokens, gain control of creature for as long as you control Kellogg.
How big is it?
Activate on the sorcery.
3/2.
3/2.
3/2.
I'm going to see how pleasant he is. He's holding a baby. He's happy.
Yeah, he just stole it and killed the mother. Just so you know.
Yep. He also tastes good in milk.
Oh, God.
I'm going to move to my attack phase.
Yep.
I'm going to swing at. I'm going to swing at Dan because you killed us last game, Dan. So I'm going to swing a 1/2 flyer at you and a 3/2. And when I attack with the 1/2, a 1/1 soldier enters the battlefield tapped and attacking.
So it's
So
5.
it's a total of 5 damage.
Okay.
And I get a treasure. Because I actually should be attacking Knight. I understand that, people, but I pick on him so much.
Well, I mean,
Should
Kozilek
be
deserves to be picked
attacking.
on.
Should be attacking me. I mean, sure.
You are trying to drop in gigantic Eldrazi on our heads, and it's usually not pleasant.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's pleasant for me. I don't know. You know,
Yeah, well, of course. All right, I'll try to track turns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Untap, upkeep, draw. I will tap 5 and play Diesel the Restless, my Commander.
How is I remember? Oh, there's a treasure token.
What are her stats?
She is 5/6.
Good.
Diesel the Restless. Here you go. Whenever a Lurgoth permanent is put in the graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, put it onto the battlefield. Whenever one or more creatures I control deal combat damage to a player, make a Tarmogoyf token. So basically, if I wheel, I can put Goyfs in play, and if I hit somebody, I can make a token.
And is she a Goyf herself?
She is not. She's a human scout.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. Yeah, I'm done. I don't have any more mana.
Tap. Draw. And waste. And Glaring Fleshraker, which is a brand new card.
Yeah, let me bring
2/2. Whenever I cast a colorless spell, I create a 0/1 Eldrazi spawn token that I can sack for a colorless. And whenever another colorless creature enters the battlefield under my control, Glaring Fleshraker deals 1 damage to each opponent. So I will pass the turn.
Oh boy, I've got all kinds of problems here.
99 problems and your commander ain't one of them?
Yep.
Well, my commander can be one of them, but
They're back from break.
Volunteerism. If they paid their bills for 10 years on their student
I will
debt,
play my commander.
all this is forgiven after 10 years. Millions have benefited.
Convert their truth. Oh, I gained 4 life at the beginning of my turn.
And he caused
For the journal.
inflation. He's blaming inflation.
Yep.
And then I will pass the turn.
He caused the inflation, and it's
5 or
killing
4? I'm
black
sorry, I missed that.
families and Hispanic families.
4.
And just about
4. Got it.
I mean, if you want to give me 5, I'll take it. But
I
it
do
was
not.
just 4.
anymore. They can't. You look at
So
the
you're
cost of
playing
food,
Saison, which I think that has a lot of
quadrupled. They can't live.
a lot of board wipes in, if I remember correctly. Untap, and I think I gain an extra card. Draw a card, draw 2 cards.
So you get a total of 3, including your draw for turn, and you lose 2 life.
New scam and all this money that's being thrown out the window.
Wow, that's
He
a lot of
caused
land.
inflation. As sure as you're sitting there,
Trump just said he caused inflation.
his big kill on the black
Oh,
people
Lord.
is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border.
Trump
They're taking
said that
big jobs
Trump caused
now.
inflation?
No, Trump said that Biden caused inflation, not
19,
Trump's
even 20 million people.
entire administration,
They're
which
taking
were,
black jobs, and they're
billions
taking
of tax
Hispanic
cuts to
jobs, and you haven't
millionaires.
seen it yet, but you're
Yep.
going to see
And
something.
billionaires.
And that was
don't forget
designed
that.
to literally, the tax cuts for the middle class were designed to expire the year Biden took president.
Flat on its back. 50% unemployment.
All right, I'm going to play Tainted Peak. It comes into play untapped because I control a smoldering marsh, which is effectively a swamp.
Yep.
We provided thousands and millions of jobs for individuals who are in all communities, including minority communities.
How big is
We made
Saison?
sure that they have health insurance.
6'5".
We have
6'5".
covered. The ACA has increased. I made sure that they're $8,000 per person in a family.
Asking about my stuff when there's Eldrazi and Goyfs.
There are no Goyfs yet.
I'm going to tap a scrubland for a black, and I'm going to cast Village Rites. I'm going to sacrifice a soldier, and I'm going to draw 2 cards. Oh, sweet. That was very sweet.
Making sure people have a shot.
I am going to...
But in inflation, he caused it by his tremendous amount feasance in the way he handled
As long
it.
as your is
Another
5.
persistent challenge
Quick
is
persistent
climate
creature. So you're going to go 1,
2023 was the hottest
2,
year in recorded history, and communities across the
3,
country are
sacrifice
confronting
the
devastating
treasure, play
effects of
Porphyros.
extreme heat, intensifying wildfires, stronger hurricanes, and rising sea levels.
All right.
Former President Trump, you've vowed to end
I don't
your
have a
opponent's
combo like
climate
that, but I
initiatives.
can do this. I'm going to swing
Porphyros doesn't
at.
need a combo.
I'm going to swing at you, DM, with a
Sure.
1/2 fire,
Yep, I'll
and when
take
that
it.
goes to attack, a soldier comes into play. So as long as a creature comes into play, I get to throw damage.
Yep.
Right?
No, not throw. All your opponents take 2.
And what he's
Yep.
done to the black
So everybody takes 2.
is
Yep.
horrible.
Yep.
And you have a soldier coming on the ground and a
Super
1,
I'll kill the
2.
soldier.
We can't forget that.
Soldier
Super
dies.
Predators was his name.
Yep.
And he called it to him for 10, and they've
You
taken
done?
great
But
offense at it.
everybody else
Now
took
they
2,
see it
and
happening.
I passed turn.
When
And
they
I'll
see
step
what I
up.
did for
All right.
criminal
And I
justice
draw 3
reform
cards and take 2
and for
damage,
the
right?
historically black,
Hear it.
colleges and
Excellent.
universities
1,
where I
2,
funded them
3.
and got them all funded. And the opportunities
Six, seven
Play a
cards.
Graven Cairn.
Tim, as you know, Tim Scott was incredible. He did a great job. Great senator from South Carolina. He
I
came to me
will-
with the idea, and it was a great idea. It's one of the most successful
Faithless
economic
Looting.
development acts ever in the country.
2,
Opportunity zones, and the biggest
3.
beneficiary are blacks, and that's why
I'm going to Faithless
we
Loot.
have the
That
best
gets
numbers
exiled.
with
I
them in maybe
draw
ever.
2,
They're
discard
saying
2.
ever. I read this morning where
Draw
ever
2
the best
cards. I'm
numbers.
going to discard 2
He's
Ghosts into
lost
play.
much of the black population.
Yep.
Because he's done a horrible job.
Which glyphs are they?
Necrogoyf and Mortivore.
Okay, so they technically go to the graveyard and then
Necro doesn't.
Disaster.
You 38 seconds left, President Trump.
And does anybody have a creature in any
action as
graveyard?
president to slow
Nope.
the climate
Oh,
I do
yeah,
not.
that one does.
I
It's okay. I just don't want more cards in my hand because I know what's going to happen. Necrogoyf is X4. X is equal to the number of creature cards in all graveyards. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player discards a card.
All forms of energy, all forms, everything. And yet, during my 4
hold on 1
years,
second
I
here.
had the best environmental numbers ever. And my top environmental
see.
people gave me that statistic.
Why
just before
doesn't the
I walked on
Necrogoyf
stage,
hit a
actually.
graveyard?
Because it has a toughness of 4.
I don't know where the hell he's been.
No, but it hit the graveyard from the Faceless Looting.
Anything he said is true.
Whenever
It bounced out of the graveyard.
Yeah, whenever Deeds of the Restless, whenever one or more creatures, whenever a Lurgite permanent card is put into my graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, it gets put on the battlefield.
No, I get that.
Right,
But Knight asked if it hit the graveyard before it came back to the battlefield, and it does. You said it didn't.
They don't have
It
the
does.
kind of
Yeah, it does hit the graveyard before it comes back, yes.
Yeah.
So both of them do.
laboratories and the like.
Yep.
Any black
Yeah, you can
students
zap my
capable of
graveyard if you
doing
want
what
with
white
Tormods.
students can do. They
Yeah,
just
I'm gonna
have
do
to
that.
now they'll be able to
Yep.
get to it.
Because those are both triggers. Faithless Looting has to resolve, and then
I am
those
perfectly
triggers
fine
happen.
with that. I am perfectly
Yep.
fine with that. Now it's out of the game.
Is it?
Yes, yes it is.
Have you met the Shuffle Drowsy?
I'm okay. You got to draw it again.
I
I'm good,
can make
Pester.
that
Oh wait,
faster,
hold
maybe.
on. I'm gonna poke you with the 5/6 commander.
There's no way back. The only existential threat to
Who's you?
humanity is climate
Knight.
change, and he didn't do
Just
a
out of
damn
saltiness.
thing about it. He wanted to do all the
That's
work.
fine. I mean that is a valid strategy.
I will zap you for 5 and make a Tarmogoyf token.
It was a ripoff of the United States. And I ended it because I didn't want to
Tarmogoyf.
waste that money.
I
because
just
they
didn't want
treated us
Necro
horribly.
and the other glyph out there. I'm like, no. That's
It was a disaster.
And how big
That's
is your
not gonna
target?
be
And he
good.
said just now,
I don't know. Let's find out. Equal to number of card types on cards in all graveyards. I got a sorcery.
for the seniors.
I have a
For
land-
the seniors. What he's
Land and
doing is
I got-
destroying
I got a
all
rock.
medical
I got-
I have an
programs because
artifact.
the
All right, so it's a
migrants coming
3. It's a
in, they
3/4.
want everybody. And look, I have the biggest heart on the stage. I guarantee you that.
I have the
And
biggest
want
heart
to
on the
take care of
stage. Trump
people.
just said
But
that.
we're
I have the biggest
destroying
heart
our
on the
country.
stage.
They're taking over our schools, our
He
hospitals.
doesn't have a heart.
And they're going to be taking over Social
Black.
Security. He is destroying
Not
Social
good.
Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.
all right.
Paired? Never mind. That's
I
The
know.
idea is
And then I assume you're done, right?
Oh yeah, I've
All right.
Do I want to do anything?
We're not.
No,
we're
I
not
don't.
members
Pastor.
of the
All
Paris.
right.
How can we do anything?
Draw.
The United States can't get us.
3,
One of the
take
largest countries
2,
in the world. Number one, we're making significant
the
progress.
31.
By 2035, we will have
All
cut
right.
pollution in half. We have made.
Let's go
and we're continuing to make progress. We set up a climate corps for thousands of young people.
Everybody
who
gets
learn how to
forests.
deal with them, just like the Peace Corps, and we're moving in directions.
All right,
that
everything's a
will
forest.
significantly change the
In addition.
elements of cause of pollution.
In addition.
I forget, why is that in there?
He claims that he is the biggest
Because
really concerned about
Mazavith and Eye of Ugin can't tap for mana.
Same reason I put Urborg and everything.
You know, just as an insurance. Also, I can use that ability instead of the Soul Ring ability, essentially for fuck. Why am I blanking on the name? Tap for 2, take 2 damage. That fucking land. That I can't think of the name.
Street Rage. Thank you for that.
Social Security provides a critical lifeline.
Yeah, because sometimes you need a price check on a word, whatever the hell that word is.
In just over 10
I'm
years.
going to
One specific step that you're willing to
do
take to keep
this
Yes, make the very wealthy begin to pay their fair share.
for no real value other than
Yes. One step you're willing to take to keep Social Security insolvent? Yes. Make the very wealthy pay their fair share. Go on, you Bryden.
When they're 18 years old.
Helm of the Host.
I'm
Oh, Jesus.
proposing that everybody.
I don't like that.
The millionaires pay 1%.
a
1%.
0, 1
would not raise the cost of Social Security for
bond.
anybody under $400,000. After that, it began to make the wealthy begin to pay their fair share.
But I only have 2 mana.
From 1%.
There ain't nothing else I can do. So I'm going to pass the turn.
So you still have 82 seconds left. Are there any other measures that you think that would be able
Draw
to
3,
help,
take
keep
2.
Social Security solvent, or is that one enough?
Well, no, that one enough will keep it solvent, but the biggest
So the spawn actually is going to deal 1 damage to all of you as well.
He thinks there's plenty to cut in Social Security.
Or Glaring Flesh Raker will.
And that's what, and if you look at the
I gained 4 life from the journal.
Republican caucus that he, I believe, supports is in fact want to cut it as well. The idea that we don't need to protect our seniors is ridiculous.
I'll play a Cabal Stronghold per turn.
American public has greater health care coverage today than ever before. And on the ACA, as I said, you're in a circumstance where...
Is that the one for graveyards? That's the graveyard one, right? Or
no,
it's the other Cabal. I got it. The other coffers.
It's the worst coffers. It costs 3 to activate, but it does give me 1 colorless. But I will activate this one. Pay 3 mana to make 4.
Black communities.
I guess it's break even, so it doesn't matter.
The amount of money for Pell Grants.
Anyway, I got 4.
So anybody making under $70,000 a year is going to be able to.
I will play a Locust Miser.
Everybody's max hand is reduced by how much? 2?
Thank you, President Biden. President
2.
Trump.
So I've dealt with politicians.
I will play
all my life.
Liliana's
I've been on this
Caress.
side of the
Nice.
equation for the last 8 years.
Whenever an opponent discards a card,
I've never seen
that
anybody
player
lie
loses
like this
2
guy.
life.
He lies.
Yep.
I've never seen that he can look you in
And
the
then
face.
I will pass the
about
turn.
So many other things too. And we mentioned.
So when do we have?
Russia,
We reduce at our turn, right?
At the end of the turn.
Yeah.
Right now, your maximum cards hand size is 5. So at the end of your turn, you have to discard a 5.
Yeah, and drawing 3, right?
We're drawing 3.
But Social
Untap,
Security,
upkeep, draw 1, 2, 3. That's too many.
Social Security, they're putting them onto Medicare,
Take 2.
Medicaid, they're putting them in our hospitals.
I'm going to play
the place of
an
our
Ancient Tomb
citizens
to help
there.
you along.
What they're doing to the VA,
Tap the
to
Ancient
our
Tomb for
veterans
2
is
damage to
unbelievable.
play
Veterans are
Talisman of
living in the street,
Indulgence.
and these people are living in luxury
Get
hotels.
a black and a colorless, and I'm going to drop in
Never seen such anger
Blood Artist.
before.
President Biden.
Going to drop in. I need more mana. I'm going to drop a black and a colorless, and I'm going to cast the Demonic Tutor and go draw something
Because
else.
he's the one that acknowledged that that's what he said. He was the one standing with Trump when he said it.
In a second.
Number one. Number 2.
I know exactly
the idea
exactly
that
what I
we're
would
gonna be in a
like.
situation where all these millions and millions.
Give me a second.
Illegal aliens are coming
Oh, so many good cards to pass up,
taking
right?
away our jobs. There's a reason why we have the fastest growing.
This is a bit
economy in the world.
reactive, but I'm going to do it
We're the
anyway.
most successful economy in the world. We're doing better than any other nation in the world. And by the way, those 15 Nobel laureates he talked about being phony, those 15 Nobel laureates, economists, they all said
Chrome
that if
box, that's
Trump
what I
were
want.
elected, we're likely to have a recession. and inflation's going to increase.
Chromox is in my hand. I didn't have to show it to you, but I did it anyway.
Scholars voted.
I could have tutored for something better, but I'm playing with what I got. I'm going to drop Chromox into play, and I'm going to exile.
To address this issue. But the average cost of child care in this country has risen to more than $11,000 a year per child. For many families, the cost of child care for
I'm going to exile Paladin Elizabeth Taggarty, so it's a red and a white underneath it. Does it become imprinted with both colors?
I don't know. Let's see.
I think so.
No good. And if he said
I
that,
think
that's
so.
why
It says
he did
add 1 mana for the.
Pulling it up.
people that said
Oh,
I didn't say it,
Chromox.
and they're very highly respected, much more so than him.
If you imprinted a multicolored card, you choose one of that card's colors each time you trap Chromox. So yeah.
He never fired people. I've never seen him fire anybody.
I'm going to tap it for a colorless anyway and a black, and I'm going to then flash in a, or I'm going to bring in an Orcish Bowmaster, count of 4 cards.
No good. I inherited
Which
these
is pretty
people.
cool.
Put him. They didn't put Comey there. He was no good.
What's wrong with that?
Fired him. This guy hasn't
Because
fired anybody.
you know what's wrong with that.
I know.
He should have fired every military man that was involved with that.
Whenever an
Afghan
opponent draws a card, except for the first one that they draw, they does 1 damage, and I get to amass 1 orc. I'm going to swing at Dan because you're gaining life over there with the Swing Knight. That brings in a soldier.
Sorry, hold on. We all take 4 damage because of Porphyros.
Many from prisons. Many from
Boy, wait, I brought in the Blood Artist and the Oakish Boardmaster, right?
Yeah, I got you. And then, sorry, so you get the soldier too. So
And
6
then you're
damage
going
this turn.
6 damage to everybody. And Dan, you got
That thing flies.
this thing flies. This guy doesn't.
Okay, well I'll block the guy that doesn't with Cezanne.
Soldier dies. You take a point of damage extra.
Yep.
A nothing deal.
But it's
And
more
it
about
reduced
the
a
soldier
little
coming
bit,
in,
a
right?
little bit,
Yeah.
like this much. It's insignificant.
Porphyros online yet?
Open borders.
Not
He
now.
wants
Pardon?
the country to
Is
either be
Porphyros online
destroyed or
yet?
he wants to pick up
No.
those people as
No, and
voters.
Porphyros shouldn't be online. I learned
I
that
don't
ship
think
from
let
Seth,
him
right? So I have
If he
2, 3 red.
loses this election, our country doesn't have a chance, not even a chance.
DM taught me that trick. I have
Out of this
4
rut.
cards in hand,
We probably won't
and
have a
I
country
pass the turn.
left anymore. That's
All
how
right.
bad it is. He is
On
the worst
top,
in history by far.
upkeep.
Thank you,
I'm going to
President
take
Trump. President Biden.
We're the most
2
admired
damage
country in
from the
world.
Bowmaster,
The United
2
States of
damage
America.
from
There's
Dan.
nothing beyond
Well, no, Nick
capacity.
Nick chooses where the
We're
Bowmaster
finest
damage
military in the
goes.
history of
Oh,
the
all
world.
right.
The finest in the history of the
Yeah, I'm going
world.
to throw
No
Jet
one
Dan.
thinks we're weak. No one wants to screw around with us. No
Hey.
But I do take 2.
Number one.
All right.
Number 2, the idea that we're talking about worst presidents.
Don't worry, we're going to switch it over tonight pretty soon. And I get to amass an orc, right? So while I do that, I also get to amass orcs
Presidential
once.
historians, they've had meetings and they voted.
Don't worry, Dan.
who's the
I won't
worst
hit you every time.
President in American history.
So it'll actually be
Best to
a
worst.
2/2 orc.
They said he was the worst in all
I'm
of
getting
American
it.
history.
I need
That's
it.
a
Do I
fact.
have an orc? It
That's
comes
not that's
after
not conjecture.
Merfolk.
You can argue they're wrong, but that's what they voted. The idea that he is
Mark,
not
Mir,
doing anything to deal
orc.
with child care.
Orc,
He did
ooze.
for virtually nothing to child care. We should significantly increase the child care
Oh,
tax
that's
credits.
ogre.
I'm going to play Conspiracy,
The availability
choosing Lorgoyfs.
or single parents to be able to go
Creatures
back
I
to work.
control, creature cards in my graveyard, hand, and library are all Lorgoyfs.
To have
Thank you,
child
President
care
Biden.
facilities.
President Trump, the question was about. what would be
Oh, you know
the
something?
child
I had
care
a
affordable
blood
for
artist
particular
too, right? So
Just
when
yesterday.
Mike, never mind, I'll let it
We
be.
have
I need to remember the blood
other
artist though.
things that they rate him the worst because what he's done is so bad. And they rate me.
Let's see.
I'll show you. I will show
What do we
you.
have in
They rate
graveyards?
me one
Can I have
of
a
the
count?
best, okay?
I've got a sorcery.
And if I'm given
I've got
another
I have a
nothing.
4
3 and
years,
sitting in
I
a
will be
lane.
the best.
3.
I think I'll be the best.
I have
Nobody's
an
ever created a
artifact.
economy like us. Nobody ever
Artifact.
cut
No
taxes
creatures at
like
all
us.
still, right?
He's the only one I
Nope.
know. He
So
wants
it's
to
a
raise your
4/5
taxes by
Lorgoyf-
4
Tarmogoyf.
times. He wants to raise everybody's taxes by 4 times. He wants the Trump
let's
tax
see.
cuts to expire. So everybody, including the 2 of you, are going to pay 4 to 5 times. Nobody ever heard of this before.
What am I
All
gonna
my
do?
life, I'd grow up and I'd see politicians talking about cutting taxes.
Guess
when we cut
I'm
taxes,
gonna-
as I said, we did more business. Apple
swing
and all those
at night
companies,
again.
They were bringing
5/6.
money back into our country.
Can sack the spawn, I
The worst
guess.
president in history by far, and everybody knows it.
President Biden?
Look, the fact of the matter is
Knight?
that he's dead wrong.
Sack the
about-
spawn.
he's
Or just put the
increased
spawn under the bus.
terror. He will increase.
Or take damage.
the,
No, I'll
taxes
take
on
the damage.
people.
I'll take the damage.
I said I'd never raise a tax on
That's
anybody
10,
above
Commander?
less than $400,000.
Yeah, I'm keeping track up here.
I didn't.
I'll
All
make
these
another
tariffs,
Tarmogoyf.
2% tariffs. Everything coming into the country, you know what the economists say? That's going to cost the average American $2,500 a year.
Okay,
more.
and then I'm going to enter my end step and discard a bunch of cards.
Food and all the things that we're importing.
I'm going to discard
He's in a situation where
Sir Conrad the
he
Grim,
talks
that's
about
also a
how he
Goyf.
has not raised
An Eternal Witness that's also a Goyf, and return the Pirate's Pillage.
Middle class have been devastated by
A Barrel Goyf.
Now you want a new tax cut of $5 trillion over the next
They're
10 years.
all Goyfs because you turned everything into a Goyf. I
With
got
the
you.
conspiracy.
The largest deficit of
And
any
you
president in
lose
American
6
history.
life.
Number one. Number two, you have not in
From?
fact, made
Discard.
any contact, any
Oh, right.
progress
Yep.
with China.
No, I'm going to
We have the
lose
lowest
6,
trade deficit with China since 2010.
8,
Thank you,
We're at the
President
highest.
Biden.
You lost
Thank you, President Biden.
10.
Let's
You know what? I'm
discuss
going to
epidemic
decline to
impact
find
on
anything in my
millions of
graveyard with the Eternal
Americans.
Witness and
Both
leave
of
that
you
there.
have made a top priority in your first
So that's
term
10.
The opioid crisis, and for both of you,
I am at
the
17.
number of overdose deaths in this country has gone up.
Pass tonight.
Under your term, it went up. Under your
Alright.
term, it has gone up. Former President
Untap.
Trump, despite the efforts that
Upkeep.
both of you have made,
How long do I
100,000
have
Americans are dying from
before
overdoses every year, primarily
the
from fentanyl and other
Orcus
opioids? What will
Bowmaster
you do to help
starts
Americans
hitting
right
me?
now in the throes of addiction who are struggling to get the treatment they
Well,
To finish up,
Pirate's Pillage, I declined to find it with the Eternal Witness, and it's not a flashback. There's no flashback on it. I didn't cast it back.
Orcish Bowmaster can throw the damage anywhere, right? So I can start picking out creatures.
Faithless Looting.
You can.
we have, so I think he's afraid to deal with them or
Right.
something.
So I might just start picking out creatures, but for right now, you know, it's
With the tariffs that I imposed
how long
on
do you
China,
have?
he
You have
never took
at least a
away
turn or
court
two,
because
but
it's too much money.
Okay.
It's tremendous, and we saved our
All
steel
right, I
industries
will
and
draw.
becoming a much bigger threat, then all of a sudden I'll have to start redirecting it. So I reserve the right to change my mind.
Okay.
in the history of our country, and he's got the worst
3, take 2.
situation with China.
There's
China's
2.
gonna own us if you keep allowing them
Um,
to do what they're doing
you
to
get-
us as a country. They
It
own
did
us
have
I get-
resolved. Oh, I guess it resolved. Sure, yeah, it's
you
gone.
can't let that happen.
Mass 2 and throw 2 damage, right?
Yes.
President Trump, you have 67
Sorry,
seconds
so
left.
I'm
The
gonna
question was,
the
what are
2
you gonna do to
damage
help
at.
Americans in the throes of addiction right now who are struggling to get the treatment
I'm gonna throw.
Jake, we were
Could I
doing
throw
very well
one
with
at the
addiction
spawn
until the COVID came along. We had
and one at Dan? Could I split it up? Sure, I can.
nobody's ever had before.
You
Any
can,
country,
yes.
in every way.
All right, well, I'll
And
kill
then
the
we had to
spawn.
get tough,
It's not
and it
coming
was
at you
drugs
directly,
pouring
but
across
the
the
spawn
border.
might sleep.
So out of curiosity, looking at the board up right above you on the screen, why are you throwing it at me?
Because you're going to kill us just by drawing cards. Creatures aren't going to do a fucking thing.
But so look at Nick's life total. Like everything that I do is pretty symmetrical. So he's like way ahead in the race.
I'm sorry, Ventures Journal symmetrical?
Gotaways, they don't even talk about gotaways.
You're gaining 4 life returns, so I'm just trying to keep you with the rest of the game.
No, I got you, but you're going to get overrun by Goyfs.
They don't trample.
Worst thing I've ever seen.
But you're going to have a million of them.
Seen under him
I hope
because the
so.
border's so bad.
Yeah, exactly.
But the number of drugs coming across our border
I think
now
he's going
is the
to, by the
largest
time he
we've ever had
attacks.
by
Although he sneaks up behind me before, so we'll see.
Fentanyl and
Alright,
Oh, I'm
so-
sorry.
down for a while.
Conrad the Grim. Never
And I
mind.
want
I'll
to
trigger it
make
next
sure we
turn.
use the machinery that can detect fentanyl.
Conrad should have triggered on the other 2 creatures that I dropped, but that's okay.
Oh, yes,
And it
that's
costs
true.
a lot of money.
I
That was
missed
part of
on
this deal we put together. Bipartisan deal.
Blood Artist before
More
too.
fentanyl machines, more
Shrine of the Forsaken Gods.
more numbers of agents, more numbers of
There's one there,
all
and
the border.
thing's dead.
And
Okay.
when we had that deal
Let's
done,
go.
when he called his Republican colleague, said, "Don't do it. It's going to hurt me politically." No, he never argued it's not a good bill. It's a really good bill. We need those machines.
Biden's calling him out
We
on
need those
killing the
machines.
border
They're
bill
coming
because it
down
was
very
bad
hard
for him
in every
politically.
country in Asia in terms of precursors to
Grafted
fentanyl.
exoskeleton.
Mexico is
Fuck
working with us to
you.
make sure they don't have the technology to
I
be
get
able
a
to put it together.
spawn,
That's what we have to do.
and
We need those
you 3
machines.
take
Thank you, President Biden.
1
President
damage
Trump, and
each.
again, the question is about Americans in the throes of addiction right now, struggling.
Yeah,
with
that's
the
trouble.
I have 5 cards in hand. I'm going to pass the turn.
Your 4 cards is your max.
No, I thought it was
5 is the max. Oh, I'm taking 2 life and a land back. I thought it was 4.
Negotiations with Mexico, and I got it all for nothing. It's just like when you have a hostage. We always pay $6 billion.
So Dan, you draw extra cards too?
Yep.
Now we have a hostage.
Excellent. So I will amass more, so this guy becomes bigger, 6/6. And I will throw 1 damage at the spawn and 1 damage at DM because you took life back.
Take it, I'm at 17.
I will have him out.
I'm going to keep killing that spawn there, Knight.
As soon as I take office, before I take office, I said.
You know you could kill that thing that's reducing our hand size, or do you care?
I will have that reporter.
Doesn't bother me so much. I only have 4 cards in hand.
Yeah,
and
I've got 5 cards in hand now, and I couldn't give a shit less about it now.
Because this guy pays it every time. We had 2 cases where we paid $6 billion
But I do
for
know
5 people. I got 58 people out, and I paid
Keep wasting a tutor, but I'm wasting a
President
tutor.
Trump, Dana.
Let's turn to concerns that voters have about each of you. President
So
Biden,
3,
you would be 86
float
at
1,
the end of your second term. How do you address concerns
1
about
colorless,
your capability
the demonic
to handle
tutor.
the toughest job in the world well into your 80s?
Well, first of all, I spent half my career being criticized being the youngest person in politics. I was the second youngest person ever elected to the United States Senate, and now I'm the oldest. This guy's 3 years younger and a lot less competent. I think you just look at the record, look at what I've done.
You literally said, this guy's only 3 years younger than me and a lot less competent.
As I said, 50 million new jobs, 800,000
I mean, it's true.
jobs, more investment in America, over billions of dollars in private investment.
It's funny. There's 30 fucking people watching us with the debate on. Like, maybe I should do political debates every stream.
The whole idea of computer chips. We used to have 40% of the market.
We're playing Magic and kind of ripping on the president. That's awesome.
Yep.
It's actually a better play. No.
I gotta see where they all watching us from, because there's only like 10 on
I
Twitch.
convinced Samsung to invest billions of dollars here in the United States, and guess what? Those fabs.
There's 20 people watching us on Twitter.
To build these chips. Those fabs pay over $100,000. You don't need a college degree.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah, I agree.
Billions, about $40 billion already being invested.
And there's only one person in the
right
entire
now
world
in
that
the
calls it
United
X,
States,
and he's got a fucking
creating
ego,
jobs for
or a very
Americans
fragile
all
ego.
over from all over the world.
Very, very
Have
fragile
40
ego.
seconds left. Would you like to add anything?
Yeah,
I don't think any individual citizen should have that much power.
We are
No.
this failing
Billionaires shouldn't exist. It's an affront to everything.
We're the envy of the world. Name me a single major country president.
Trying to find an answer to all this shit, but I don't think there is one.
For all our problems and all our opportunities. We're the most progressive country in the world.
You know, you make $50 million, you should get a nice estate somewhere, and you get removed from capitalism. Here you go, you won capitalism. Here's your estate.
You win.
You won capitalism. You got 50 million. Have a nice estate.
We sent love letters to Putin, etc. They don't want to screw around with us.
Thank you. Former President Trump, to follow up, you would be 82 at the end of your second term.
You can't.
What do you say to
I don't
voters who
dig
have
it.
concerns
You're
about
done.
your capabilities? To
Nice
serve?
job. Pat on the back.
Well, I took 2
Sure,
tests,
Steve.
cognitive tests. I aced them.
Try
But
gardening.
as you know, we made it.
I'm up. I'm
Oh, you're
tutoring.
tutoring.
Just take one, just one.
Yeah,
a real easy
but
one.
there's really-
Go through the first 5 questions. He couldn't do it. But I took 2 cognitive
Yeah, I
tests.
guess
I
I'll
took
just take
physical exams.
Biden's literally laughing at the podium when Trump's talking about I took 2 cognitive tests.
That I'm in very good health. I just won 2 club championships. Not even.
At his own club, he won 2 championships at his own club.
Quite smart, and you have to be.
And I'm
able to
quite
hit the
smart.
ball.
Oh my God, he just said it.
And I do it. He doesn't.
But
do it.
Trump
He
is
can't hit
Trump
a
is
ball
bragging
50
about
yards.
winning
He
golf
challenges me to a golf
contests.
match.
Yeah.
He can't hit a ball 50
He
yards.
He literally just said my opponent can't hit a ball 50 yards. Like, that's what he's talking about in the presidential debate.
30 years ago. Actually,
Who
I'm probably a
cares?
little bit lighter, but I'm in as good a
White
shape as I
supremacists who
was,
support Trump.
years ago. I feel
I mean,
very good. I
yeah.
feel the same.
We can't vote this guy
Christo-fascist.
president. Play golf.
And you know what? If I didn't do well, I aced him. Dr. Ronnie
He-
Jackson, who's a great guy when he was White House.
Oh
doctor.
my God! You mean the guy who's running for his talking about his doctor, and that's the guy he's supporting running for office in Texas
Thank
now.
you. President Biden.
Right.
Fucking
You
Texas.
can see he is 6'5" and only 223 pounds. Well, you said
Biden literally
6'4",
just looked at the camera and said, "Do you really believe he's 6'5" and 230 pounds?"
Just take a look at what he says. Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him.
That's fantastic.
Oh my God.
When I was vice president, down to a 6.
I got 4 life at the beginning of my turn, by the way.
4 cards in hand. Got it.
You play golf.
Yep.
You carry your own bag.
And then you lost 2.
You can do it.
Then I lost 2.
He's a 6
So
handicap
net 2.
of all.
I was at 8 handicap. Yeah. 8. But I have, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Okay, let's
not
act like children. President Trump, we're going to turn.
Let's not act like children.
He literally said, "Let's not act like children," as she was saying, "I'm going to turn your mic
You
off."
pledge tonight that once all legal challenges have been exhausted,
To Trump?
you will
Yeah.
accept
That's
the results
awesome.
of this election, regardless of who wins.
Let's not
And
act like children.
you will say right now that political violence in any form is unacceptable.
All right, I will
Well, I
play
shouldn't have
Cabal
to say that,
Coffers.
but of course I believe that. It's totally unacceptable. And if you would see my statements that I made on Twitter at the time, and also my
Let's
statement that I
see.
made in the Rose Garden, you would say it's one of the strongest statements you've ever seen. In addition to the speech I made in
So I've
front of, I
got
believe, the
one
largest
one
crowd I've ever
floating.
spoken to, and I will
Tap
tell
another
you,
one. Tap
nobody ever talks about
coffers
that. They
to
talk
make
about
1,
a
2, 3,
relatively small number
4
of people
black.
that went to the Capitol, and in many cases were ushered in by the police. And as Nancy Pelosi said, it was her
57.
responsibility, not mine. She said that loud and clear. But the answer is, if the election is fair, free, and I want that
I'm
more
still
than
at-
anybody. And I'll tell you something.
Are we damnationing?
Net.
I wish he was a great
No, I
president,
don't have
because I
damnation.
wouldn't be
I wish
here
I had
right now.
damnation.
I'd be
Oh, well, you
at one
could
of
have
my
tutored for
many
anything, so I'm wondering what you tutored for.
places enjoying myself.
I
wouldn't
tutored
be
for
under
the
indictment
coffers.
because I wouldn't have been
Oh,
his
gotcha.
political
Because damnation's not going to help me
opponent.
because we've got a
Because
blood
he
artist
indicted
and a frickin'
because I
Sir
was his
Conrad
opponent.
on board.
Conrad's not going to do
He was a great
goddamn thing for
president.
things that die
I
from
would
the
rather
battlefield.
have that. I wouldn't be here. I don't mind being here.
You won't?
But the only reason I'm
No,
here
whenever a
is
creature
so bad
dies or a
as
creature card is put into... Oh, creature dies. Never mind. I kept reading the put in the
Yeah.
thing, because that's the one that I rely on.
America great again.
Right.
We're a
No,
failing
fancy
nation
blood
right now.
artist.
We're a seriously
Yeah.
failing
So
nation.
Conrad
We're a failing nation
is
because of him.
5'4",
His policies
5'4".
are so bad.
5'4". Your
His
Goyf's up there are
military
5'4"
policies are
or 4'4".
My Goyfs
insane.
are
They're
4'5".
insane. These are wars that will never
4'5".
end with him.
And
He'll drive us into
the
World
Barrow
War III, and
Goyf
we're closer to
is...
World War III than
It's the
anybody
same.
can
It's a
imagine.
4'5".
We are very, very close to World
Yeah.
War III, and he's driving us there. And
Well,
Kim
let's
Jong-un
just do this
and
then.
President Xi of China, Kim Jong-un of North Korea.
So I've got
all
4
of these
4
for Putin.
black
They
in
don't
the
respect
pool.
him. They don't fear him. They have nothing going with this
I
gentleman.
haven't
and he's
drawn
gonna
a swamp
drive us into
in
World War
8
III.
cards now.
You were concerned that those 4 in your opening hand meant you weren't going to draw any
Yep.
more.
And let Putin say,
Or meant you were
"Do
going
what
to
you
just draw
want."
all swamps.
Just do what you want.
Yeah, well, it turns out it was the other problem.
An attack on
4 in the
all is an attack on
pool.
all. A required response. The idea.
5,
The idea.
6.
think of
I'll
a
play
single
Caged
major
Sun,
leader
choosing
in the
black.
Black.
who wouldn't trade places with the job I've
And then
done.
I will, just for fun and giggles,
We have wonderful people. It's
throw
because
down
of
a
the
Howling
people,
Mine.
Not me. It's because of the American people.
There you go.
They're capable of anything, and they step up when they're needed. And
All right,
right now,
and then
they're
I'm
needed.
all out of mana.
To protect the world because
I've
our own safety is at
Really
stake.
got nothing good going on here, so I'll pass the
If you
turn.
want to have a war, just let Putin go ahead and
Gotcha.
take keys.
So
Make
untap.
sure they move on.
I don't
So
have
we
anything going on my
people
upkeep,
hungry
but
in
I
other
get
places
to
along that
draw
border.
3 cards, 4 cards.
Take
4
2.
cards.
Oh, 4
President
cards.
Trump, as I
Yeah.
come back to you for a
3,
follow-up, the question was, will
4.
you accept the results of this election, regardless of who wins?
Just to finish
Wow.
what he said, if I might, Russia, they took a lot of land from Bush. They took a lot
Going
of
to
land
play
from Obama and Biden.
Plains.
They took no land, nothing from Trump, nothing. He knew not to do it.
I have to do
He's not going to play games with me. He
a
knew that.
bunch
I got
of
along
land
with him
here.
very well, but he knew not to play games.
Putin knew not to play
nothing
games
from
with him.
me.
They took no land from Trump. He literally
Now
said
he's gonna
that.
take the
Russia
whole
took no
thing
land from Trump.
From this man right here.
From Trump.
That's a
Yeah.
war that should have never started. It would
He's
have
talking about
never
himself in the third
started
person.
ever with me.
Yep.
And he's going to take
George
Ukraine.
likes his kung pao spicy.
And you know, you asked me a question before. Would you do this? He's got us in such a bad position right now with Ukraine and Russia.
Biden's just looking at him like, what the fuck are you talking
He said,
about?
I will never settle until such time. They're running out of people. They're running out of soldiers. They've lost so many people. It's so sad. They've lost so many people.
if I
and they've lost those
do-
gorgeous cities with the golden domes that are 1,000.
They've lost those gorgeous cities with the golden domes.
What
the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Never attacked.
This is probably the best I can do. I'm going to tap
The results of the election,
3
regardless
to
of
play
who wins.
Cranko.
And by the way, he's... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
Fair and legal.
No problem.
election,
Cranko comes in, everybody takes 2
absolutely.
I
damage.
know,
but
right?
hold that.
Much rather accepted these
I think I got the way I play this. Let me pay attention to my mana.
If you want, we'll have a news conference on it in a week, or we'll have another one of these in a week. But I will absolutely. There's nothing I'd rather do.
3 for Krenko.
Easier for me to do that.
2 for that.
Then I'm running again. I wasn't really going to run.
He refuses. This is like the second time they've asked him that. That's not the answer. That's not the question. So literally, he won't answer the question. Will you accept a peaceful transfer of power? He won't do it.
No indictments. No political opponent stuff, because it's the only way he thinks he can win. But unfortunately, it's driven up my numbers. And
but since I can't hear, how is Biden handling himself? Does he seem sharp and lucid and everything? Because I think that's what everybody who might be undecided is looking for.
You're a whiner. When you lost the first time,
I'm going to tap 4 to play Mondrock.
Not one
Glorious Dominus.
Said any of your claims had any merit, state or local.
And then I'm going to tap a black and a colorless. Cast Feed the Swarm on.
There's no evidence of that at all. And I tell you what, I doubt whether you accept it because you're such a whiner.
Liliana's Caress, maybe?
You accepting anything? You can't stand the loss. Something snapped.
That limits the hand size? No. That's the creature.
That's the creature. Liliana's is discard, take 2 damage.
The CNN presidential debate live from Georgia.
Yeah, I'm down to 5 cards in hand after this, so it's not bothering me too much.
All right.
DM, I think, what's your enchantment that turns everything to Lurgoyfs?
Conspiracy.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I couldn't give a shit less. All my Goyfs are in play. It's all lands and other things in my hand.
Conspiracy, or it's the grafted exoskeleton, which could probably...
You can't hit grafted exoskeleton. It's only creatures and enchantments.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
Well, that makes it an easy decision.
Because you don't have any enchantments, do you?
I've got Liliana's Caress, which isn't bothering you. No, I've got 1.
Oh, is everything else up there on the left an artifact?
Yep.
Got it.
How much does Liliana's Caress cost?
2.
Actually, I could blow up a creature, target creature, and I lose life equal to its mana value. DM, let's blow up one of your.
Sure, Killigoyf.
Sir Conrad. Oh, but no, then he come right back in.
Right.
Yes. Anything you kill.
It's from anywhere but the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I want to blow up one of your tokens, right? So I don't take any damage.
No, you do, because it has a CMC of 2.
Oh, it is right. It is a Tarmogoyf.
Those tokens specifically state that they have CMC of like 1 or 2.
Yeah, it literally says Tarmogoyf's power is equal to the number of card types. Oh, sorry, the bottom, the last little bit on the card says, this card's, where is it? This card's mana value is 2 on the token.
I'll take the 2 damage and I'll blow up one of those.
Tarmogoyf dead. I will throw a point of damage at Dan.
So I took 4 points of damage this turn, right? Because I tapped my Ancient Tomb and I did Feed the Swarm. So I took 4 points of damage. However, so far I've thrown out 4 points of damage to each of you. And I'm going to move to my attack step. And I'm going to swing with my flyer. And I'm going to send that at... I'm going to send it at night. And in comes another creature.
All right, so that's 2.
So I should be at 21, and then what's coming at me?
So you have a 1/2 flyer and a 1/1 soldier.
I will block the 1/1 soldier.
Soldier dies. I'll throw a point of damage directly at Dan from the Blood Artist.
And you gain a life. Well, how much damage did you take this turn? 4?
I took 4 and just gained a life.
Gotcha.
But I should have thrown 2, 4, 6 points of damage to everybody.
Yep.
I am at 20.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get the last 2 on me.
I have 5 cards in hand, and I'm going to pass the turn.
On your end step, I'm going to top, just so I can see some of the cards I'm going to draw.
Yep.
Yeah, weren't you at 17 and he threw 6 points of damage?
Thought it was at
Oh, you're
19.
at 19.
Unless I'm wrong.
I thought you were at 17.
Okay, I'll lose 2 more. Oop, not fussed. So I'll be at 9 now. Draw 3 cards. All right.
Draw 4 cards.
4 cards.
Oh, right. 4 cards.
So you're drawing 4 cards. You drew 3 additional ones. So I throw 3 points of damage through the Oakish Boardmaster.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I will throw that 3 damage at Dan's face. And I will amass 3 more to turn my dude into a 9/9 orc army.
I'm going to play a Stitcher's Supplier. When it enters the battlefield or dies, mill 3 cards. Smoldering Marsh. Stomping Ground. Anger. Anger comes into play because it's a Goyf.
See, anger. Aren't you happy when anger's in play?
I'm perfectly happy when anger's in play. Let's see. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna Maelstrom Pulse Liliana's Caress.
Fuck. What are you doing?
Maelstrom pulsing Liliana's Caress.
Yes, to survive all the discarding he's going to have to do.
Right.
What's the trigger?
All right. Land for turn will be Mountain. 2, 3. It's actually not too bad. All right, let's see. What do I want to attack with? Sorcery, instant, land. Is there no creature in a graveyard?
I have no creatures. I have an artifact.
I have an
enchantment. Okay. You have a sorcery and an enchantment, right?
Sorcery, yeah, but you didn't say that when you listed those card types.
Sorry. All right, so my Goyfs are 5/6. All right. What do I want to do? I'm going to send a 1/1, a 5/6, a 2/2, and a 5/6 at Dan. You're going to kill me. Literally, you're going to kill me. I would like you to kill Cezanne.
So what's going at me?
A 1/1.
Okay, I'll block him with the Locust Miser.
Okay. We're going to have a trigger on that. 2/2 anger. I'm assuming you want that in play.
Yep.
Okay, that's 2. 5/6 Goyf.
Keep going.
And a 5/6 Goyf with Death Touch and Lifelink.
You know what? I'll just take it all.
Okay. 5, 10. I have enough life now to survive Porphyros.
For a minute.
For a minute. I think I'll do okay after that. I promise. So 5, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to enter my end step. I'm going to discard a Grave Shifter, which has Changeling, and bring something back from my graveyard. Oh, actually. It's all right. Stitcher's Supplier dies. I mill 3 cards. Ah, Final Act. Cinderglade. And Chandra's Ignition. Yay. No Goyfs. And then when the Grave Shifter comes in, it brings back Stitcher's Supplier. Land. Sakura Tribe Elder comes in because it's a Goyf. Savage Lands.
Creatures are leaving the graveyard.
Creatures are leaving the graveyard.
So how many was that?
So Conrad is throwing damage, right? So how much is he throwing?
So 1, 2, 3. Nick, you can take 3.
Here it is.
And I got to gain my 6 life.
I think everyone takes it, right?
Oh, right. All right.
Is the debate over?
Yeah, I'm going to turn this off. I'm done.
All right. Untap. Draw 4, take 2, and then we have Bowmaster triggers.
Yes, we do. So 3 damage at
DM's
DM.
face?
Yeah, at DM.
Okay.
And I will amass 3 more onto my dude. So 9 and 3 is 12. 12
Yep.
work. Sweet.
Night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm trying to figure this out. I'm mentally doing some math here.
Gymnastics?
Kinda, yeah. Okay.
Oh, right. And that made another Goyf when a creature I control dealt damage to Dan.
Alright. Play this wastes. And then going to cast that Ulamog.
Nice.
The Exile 2. I will have his cast trigger resolve first. Mondrak doubles tokens, correct?
Correct, and I missed that trigger before.
Alright, so we're going to exile Mondrak and the thing that limits our hand size.
Not Perforos?
Porphyros is a creature.
Yeah. It's a permanent, but I can exile Perforos, but
Porphyros is probably a better choice.
Yeah, let's do Mondrak and Perforos. And then I get a spawn.
Your lives. I think I was going to win if you didn't get rid of Porphyros.
Each of you is going to take 2 damage.
Cool. From, the Eldrazi, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can put music on now.
And that is about all I can really do. So
DM, after you watch that kind of debate, is the entire world going to be turned around saying Joe Biden is older than we ever thought, and he
did well. He did well, and Trump just looked like a jackass. He didn't answer any questions. He kept talking about his own talking points.
I am done. I will discard Belby's Portal and Ancient Tomb.
2, 3, 4. Nick, you can throw damage.
How much?
I drew an extra 3.
3 damage? It's got to be at your face, DM. You have to take 3 because you're going to come at me with fucking everything.
Yep.
And I'm going to amass 3 more, so that goes to 15.
And that was 4 more cards and 0 swamps.
Oh, wait, how many creatures died? Oh, you draw cards. Never mind, it wasn't creatures dying.
Does Sir Conrad gain life as well, or just...
No, he does not.
Just throws damage.
I should be at 15.
Oh, it did damage to you too?
The Sir Conrad stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the Saison, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I took 2. Yeah, 15. So
2 for 4. Six. 8. I will play Decree of Pain.
I think you just gave me the game. I'll sack the Sakura Tribe Elder for a land. No, actually, Nick can just kill me right now. That's okay, I would win on my turn.
Because Nick might be able to kill you with the Blood Artist, right?
Oh, he's gonna, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 creatures just on my own dying. So everybody's gonna take 10. Actually, everybody's gonna take 7 because as soon as it hits 7, I'm dead and I can't trigger anymore.
I only have 6 that I'm throwing, which is awful. So I'm gonna throw 6 at DM.
Alright, so I've got 2
I thought Blood Artist was
creatures.
every creature.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So I'm throwing 7, and then I'm dead.
Oh, it's every creature. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. So,
And I had a Rise of the Dark Realms in my hand, so I was going to win pretty quickly after that.
I'm just gonna kill you anyway. You were never gonna get another turn.
Okay.
Sorry. So, Blood Artist also has lifelink, right? So
yeah. So you got to count. I lost 9, 10. Sorry, 10 creatures.
You lost 10. Losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I lost 2.
I lost 2. So that's 20.
So I gained 20 life.
Yeah. So you only needed 7 to kill me, and you can kill everybody else. I think. With 20 creatures dying.
that just,
so that's game.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Yep,
Merry
that
Christmas.
just kills everybody.
Yeah. I mean, did you did that intentionally, right?
I did.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was awesome. You know, I had Porphyros and Rank Syndrome in my hand, and I was probably going to kill everybody if you didn't kill Porphyros. So,
yep.
Could have done that before.
All right. I think I'm calling it tonight for me.
I had Cabal coffers, not just the coffers and the other coffers, but I'm sitting with a freaking Mutilate in my hand, and I couldn't get off 4 swamps and like 16 cards.
I had a Rogue's Passage in my hand too, so I had that 15-16.
It's a mono black deck, dude. I'm just giving you shit. All right, hold on.
I was going to equip the helm to Ulamog and, you know.
Right, that was going to be stupid.
Yep.
I mean, everybody's deck did what it did, so.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, let me thank our backers, of which Knight of Blois is one.
Yep.
Thanks, man.
Molto grazie. And John is not playing tonight, but I realized today, you're going to all laugh at this. John asked me a question 4 years ago on Patreon that I just saw today. Which is how often I fucking look at the messages on Patreon. Yeah. So.
What's the answer?
Oh,
Yes.
The answer was how to do something in OBS, and he's figured it out long ago. So, yeah. All right, there we go.
All right.
Active
Night, everybody.
members. Yep.
I know
Thanks
there's,
to Heather, thanks to Knight, thanks to Carrie, thanks to Effin' Nuts, thanks to John, and thanks to Dragon Gem. You guys keep the lights on around here, and we really appreciate it. So let us wave goodnight, and everybody said that already, so good night, everybody.
Night all.
We'll see you on Sunday.
See y'all later.